This is Questlog, the podcast where we discuss all things video games, share personal stories and experiences. In our first episode, we delve into the video game franchise Monster Hunter, along with good friends Brendan and Stephen. Let's get hunting.
So, first episode. Obviously, we're all good friends, and we've been friends for a very long time, both through high school, college, work, whatever you do, Stephen.
Sure.
And we've all been such big fans of Monster Hunter, but Monster Hunter came out in 2004, which was when, obviously, we were all quite young, and I need to go through and I need to show you the list of other games that came out in 2004.
Yeah.
That Monster Hunter kind of had to contend with. So, in 2004, World of Warcraft released, Halo 2 came out, Half-Life 2, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Star Wars Battlefront, Need for Speed Underground 2, Far Cry, Rome Total War, Sims 2, Fable, and Spider-Man 2 are just like some of the big games that came out in 2004. So if you're thinking about a year to release a game, that's probably not the one, honestly, because some of these games, are some of the best games.
And still take my soul for some of them.
Yeah, well, I think one in particular.
Yeah.
That being World of Warcraft, which I think, we should definitely discuss, in a later episode, because I think that kind of morphed the kind of MMO landscape, really, and it transformed a lot of different things.
I mean, in terms of talking about any sort of video game, I think that's why Monster Hunter does hold such a high regard even till now. Is it sets up that RPG, like that player versus monster fantasy really well.
Yeah.
I don't think it's hard to emulate a lot of other people.
I think a lot of the stories can be quite simple as well, but I do think they're quite compelling through the kind of world building that they actually do.
Yeah.
Take Try, for example. I thought Try was great. I really enjoyed Monster Hunter Try.
You played too much of Try.
Try was really unique though, and that it was a very serious video game on a not serious console.
Yeah, it does come out on the Wii, which
yeah,
it was not. And getting some of the movements, and especially when you've been from PlayStation to PSP to the DS as well, all obviously between Sony and Nintendo consoles, going to the Wii and having the motion controls as well for how to use your weapon. Honestly, for Greatsword, it was really easy. You just and then you just straight down, twist, that's it, and then that's kind of you, and you didn't really use the kind of joystick too much apart from moving really, and that was honestly it. But I felt Try for me was really good story wise as well. They had underwater combat, which they've not done since.
It was problematic
because it was really problematic. They used I think it was half of their budget in their production time creating the underwater areas and creating underwater combat.
I mean, aesthetically it was cool.
Yeah,
but mechanically not so much.
Yeah, water combat didn't actually bother me too much.
Yeah.
Well, I was a boat gunner, so I text you.
It wasn't the best, but I wasn't averse to water combat. It was actually randomly.
I thought it was okay, apart from the fact that I get that obviously when you swim, you're not necessarily too fast and you have armor and stuff like that, but the speed at which you moved underwater was just, you were already at a disadvantage because obviously you're fighting this huge monster.
Yeah.
But then you're underwater with it, and if you don't have specific skills for being underwater, you're at a disadvantage in terms of dodging as well.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, the hitboxes in Monster Hunter Try were not kind to anybody.
None of us in games have generous hitboxes.
That's very, very true.
I think as well, the older ones had decent, which was just the most tragic thing ever. For context, I think they changed it by Try, but in the older ones, when you were playing online with people, you would see the giant monster you were fighting, Rathy and Rathalos, whatever the case may be, but there would be the small little ones, the small monsters. They would not be the same for the two people. So like he'd be fighting like a Jaggy or something, right? And the Jaggy wouldn't be on my screen. It would be like over.
Yes, you know what? That wasn't part of Try. I think
that was a Try.
I think it might have been 3 Ultimate, which was the kind of next iteration. It was almost kind of like a DLC for Monster Hunter Try, but it was almost a completely new game. But yeah, they did have desyncs where I'd sometimes, see, you're fighting a Popo or whatever, and then I'm seeing one over here die, and I'm like, that's really weird. I hope there's not an invisible monster over there that's coming for me,
Yeah, it definitely like ruined like the fantasy of it, because you're like, oh, that's okay, sure, all right.
I do get that online as well was somewhat interesting, like leading up to obviously like Try and going into. I mean, talking about Try, Lock Black City, phenomenal online space. Like that was amazing. Incredible. Genuinely, obviously you had the Jen Moran fight as well, which that was brilliantly done. And I'm upset that we've not brought that back. That doesn't exist, because let's be honest, if that was in World, massive game changer, I think. But I think as well, with the story of World, would that have really fit in?
Not really.
There's supposed to be new World.
Exactly.
But I mean, they did bring over like siege weaponry and things like that. So like,
but they didn't do it the same way.
No. Well, like the
whole gen fights, both the gens, the Gemoran and the Jengara, were both all on sandals.
Yeah,
that's true. The siege fights in World were more static.
Because I mean, the researchers.
They were more like Long Shot Long.
Oh,
in a sense.
Or the Diamond Hermit. The
Diamond Hermit,
yeah. Yeah, there was an interesting discussion around the siege fights, because I felt like Lao Sha Wang and Hermitar walked so that Safi Jiva could run.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, the ramp up for siege fights and going into Jen Moran, which by the way, that's probably one of my favourite all time like bigger battles. I know that obviously you've got a Dalamadur as well, which that one was terrifying. I think I'm more meaning like kind of like monsters that are bigger than
the scaling.
The scaling. Quite like in terms of their size. I think that one sat for me really well, and Dalamadur as well, being able to climb on the monster as well. Yeah. And that one was a juvenile Dalamadur as well, which I think that what, sorry? Apparently, sorry. Because then obviously we get to World, and then you're in the new area, the Rotten Vale, and then you don't realise until you're in, I think, one of the areas where the Radoban kind of spawns in. Yeah. That's actually the skull of a Dalamadur.
So, me being the unobservant player that I am, I think I had to have someone tell me. I'm just like,
because you can also find the destructive, the magma ball things that the fires was one of them, where the Garden, there's like an area in the Garden, you can open this area up and it's one of the pyro bombings.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, actually. Yeah. Wow. I actually learned as well, there is a Reddit user called Hunter Iron as well, who pointed out that there's a specific area in, I believe it's the Coral Highlands. Oh no, yes, it is the Coral Highlands. That looks exactly like the arena where you fight the Dalamadur. So there's speculation that
that's where it was.
That is exactly where it was, and that turned into the Rotten Vale. And then the Coral Highlands obviously appeared because that was feeding off the energy of this big Dalamadur.
Right.
So I think that's an interesting take, really, but it's also like, where does the story of where you actually fight the Dalamadur come from? Is that New World? Because like you're talking about like weeks worth of travel, like getting there as well. But I know obviously in Monster Hunter you can obviously as players we click a button and we're there. So it's very different.
Yeah, I mean I think like there's like a timeline and like a lore shift with a lot of it. Like the earlier ones, it was mostly just filler lore. It wasn't like
lore was told basically mostly through the quest.
This small little blurb of like, hey, I need you to kill, I need you to kill this Rathian because I want a gem to make myself look pretty for a ball or something like that. Like it was crazy things.
There are some crazy ones though that I think we should dive in it. I've not looked any up, but I'm pretty sure there are some there.
There's
Yeah, I do have an article as well that we will get into, and I feel I need to read you guys the entire thing because it is probably the funniest thing that I've ever gone into. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself.
Sure.
Because I think World as well was the first. I say the first. That was probably the biggest shift in terms of the Monster Hunter franchise.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it was either portable or it was on the Wii or obviously PlayStation, PlayStation 2. And then you shift into World, and World was like now, it was literally a world. It was like this big living, breathing environment. You know, no more loading screens between areas, which I think everybody was really happy with.
Yes.
I know there was some movement where you were eating and drinking certain items as well. You can move while you're doing that too. A lot of people, just like quality of life changes, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And I think that really transformed the landscape for me because there was a lot of storytelling in the landscape. And even the way that monsters react to each other too. The turf wars, that was probably one of the greatest like additions ever. And then when certain monsters were announced, like Zinogre as well, when it was announced to, you're thinking, oh, what monsters would it turf war with? You know, and that was
that was the whole thing. They brought out like the apex predator system for that kind of zone, which was like the Rathalos or the Zinogre or I'm very struggling to find the Coral Highlands one.
Coral Highlands one.
Odegaron was one.
Odegaron, Legianos as well.
Legiano, that was
which you mentioned in one of the best roars in the game.
One of the most unique ones.
Yes.
Yeah, I think as well Namiel too.
That's just a great I just love the design.
Yeah.
It's one of the best designed monsters in the world.
Because we were speaking about monsters as a whole and like the design of fights as well, and Namiel's definitely up there. It's like, it feels like such a unique fight because not only are you fighting it, you're fighting the environment that it's creating with the water, and then it gets angry and then it starts flying. It's like, oh, this thing has thunder element, and oh, this is conducting the water, so I'm now getting damaged and now I can't move because I'm in the water.
It was very impressive.
And then I fainted in a back at camp. That was my experience anyway. That was the majority of it.
But yeah, I think going back to it being like a living environment, and it absolutely did feel like that from the way the map worked to like all like just even the etymology, like all the little bugs and everything in all the different areas, where you kind of, in the more other games, you have to like think about where they were going to be, why they were going to be there, etc. And in this game, it just made sense where they all were.
Exactly.
Like, you could be like, oh, this logically would be where mushrooms would be, and like it made sense.
It works really, really well. I totally agree with the entomology as well, with all the different like flora and fauna, and you could capture them and then put them in your room. If I show you mine in my room, I have a bunch of like the penguins by my bed, and it's like they're just 3 guys that are just vibing there. You can as well with the Final Fantasy crossover. You can actually catch the cactus guy. I caught him. Cactus. And I put him in my room, and mate, he flies. He's just running about constantly. Yeah, but I know in like the higher rank in the master rank quest, when you hit him, I was standing too close to him once, and I was like, "Why's my health going down? Why? Oh, I'm back at camp. I died. Oh man, this is not."
I used 10,000 needles on you.
Yeah, literally.
That's literally what it was, 10,000 needles. Or scales up, and in the Final Fantasy games, it scales from different numbers.
Oh man,
10,000 needles is normally the max when it kills you off.
It's something I'm too poor to understand, I think.
You're too far away.
Yeah,
you're like 3 areas over.
I'm just like, good guys.
Yeah.
I was in the air in that game, so
that's very true.
It was such a unique experience playing it. You were always in the air, just doing your thing. I was in the back shooting, and then we had you.
I was the great swords. I was the great sword user. Yeah, I think it's interesting looking at our guild cards and all the stats for all of the amount of quests that we do. I looked at my Monster Hunter Try ones, which, for context, I think I've played it's 987 hours I've played last time I checked, which is a lot. I think
Yeah.
that's about 36 days of playtime.
Oh, I know on World I have 796 hours.
Stephen, any?
Uh,
No, Rise, I can't remember.
1,200 hours I have on Monster World.
Actually, I could check Rise right now. Actually,
Yeah.
I'll check Rise right now.
Yeah.
But yes, talking about, obviously, we played the games a lot.
Yeah.
At a car boot sale, my dad sold my copy of. I say that I was fine with it because I was like, I don't play this game anymore with Monster Hunter. I sold it, and I bought it again just last year, and I played the first Monster Hunter game on my PlayStation 2. I have never struggled so much going back to playing a game before in my life, because when you're playing it, camera's just jank. Like it's constantly like facing like forward. Also, you use the D-pad to attack, and that really shook me. I was like, I can't, because I was trying to like press like, you know, triangle, circle, square. I'm like drinking a potion. I'm like, okay, that's consistent, because that button is usually like square or like X. That's the button that you push to drink a potion. But oh man, I struggled so much. I really did. That was me.
The same concept of that, playing World and then going back to try and play in Generations Ultimate.
Oh yeah. No.
It was horrible, and plus because I used Insect Glaive, and well, since it was released, I used it
Yeah.
for Ultimate / Generations and then World.
Yeah.
Going back to try and play on Generations Ultimate
Yeah.
with Insect Glaive, I looked at it and went, I'm good. And I'm going to go back to play World.
Yeah.
The worst bit is now we need to remember where the hell we need to pick up from.
Oh, I remember.
Because we'll stop when the
That's fine.
We picked up from, we were going between like talking about like going from like World and Rise to like different games.
That's the thing, right? And I think like, so yeah, just to jump back into that, I think like for you, like when you played the first Monster Hunter again, did you encounter the same thing with the violence? Like, there's a lot more blood in the older ones.
Yeah, there actually is. There is I'm pretty sure there is an option you can go into to actually turn off the blood. And I'm pretty sure Try had the same thing. So yeah, it is like when you're slashing, there is like blood that does kind of like spray off, but like it's obviously just like a singular effect. It's not like it.
Oh yeah,
on
no,
the
like
ground.
they did
Yeah.
like
If it was on the ground, like,
it'd be crazy.
yeah, right. I'd be sitting there like, oh my god,
Like
this is an issue.
you just get back to town and you're just drenched,
Drenched,
and you're just like, I need a meal. Here's your meat.
Also, I will say, talking about like fucking meals, that the old grandma feline in World, she like massages that meat. It's like so much, and the sound design is absolutely. But when she's getting like, I'm like, oh man, I'm glad there's a skip scene button because I'm like pushing it. I'm like, get me past this scene, please.
I think that's the thing. Like they did animations for like the food and stuff, but I think like the earlier Monster Hunters, it's just here's your fucking meal, fucker, and you go.
Yeah, and like going back to like Try as well. You literally just sat there, just ate your food really quickly, and that was you.
Yeah.
And then you were done. You were good to go. It was great.
Showed you what bonuses you got. That was it.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, one thing that shit me up in Rise was when I was in my room and I walked up to the back where the big poster is. The poster actually like flips round. It's a wall. It's a false wall that flips round, and there's this like cat there that's like he's literally standing like this. And he speaks to you, and he gives you like weird facts and stuff.
What?
Oh yeah, I'm being so serious right now.
What?
He's going home to thoroughly switch. I need to see this cat.
I'm being
I
so
need to see
serious.
this palico.
He talks about himself in third person as well, which is weird, and he's got this like weird name. Yeah.
Oh my fucker.
So it's like when you go into your room on the left, you've got the like the cat that looks after your house.
Sure.
Behind the house cat, yeah. Behind him, you talk to the wall, basically, and the wall then flips around and there's a cat.
God bless Japan.
Capcom.
What the hell? I've never encountered that. Admittedly, not much reason to go into your house.
Yeah, except for the aesthetic, that's it. But there's not a huge amount to really have in your room. But in World, talking about like the immersion of it.
If you enjoy the world, the room building, the options are there.
Oh right. Okay.
You never actually have to go into your room.
Yeah, it never prompted me to go in there, so I didn't really want to go in.
You never really need to go into your Rise. The Moral Village is the hut just before you go into the sort of where the Rosé is and the bloody
Yeah, I think there needs to be. I say needs to be. It'd be nice to have a little like quest or something like that in there, or like stuff to get, or even like you have to go specifically to him rather than to your housekeeper rather than somebody else for like deliverables to get like ornaments and stuff.
Yeah, just to like kind of feel it out and
if you want to get
make it up.
Yeah, exactly. But there's been quite a resurgence for World. I think a lot of people have played through Rise, Sunbreak, and basically completed everything that you need to complete. So I think people are looking for that world. They're looking for that immersion.
Well, that's World is brilliant. I think World Nice One is just one of the best ones. But recency bias like that being involved sort of shit on Rise and Sunbreak.
Yeah.
The people that are that recent to it that when we came into World need to remember that's the way Capcom or that's the way the Monster series has basically always been. Major console release and a handheld console. It's been sort of back and forth all the time. The only one that didn't really do that was the first Monster Hunter. They were basically all PSP after that. Basically.
But PSP was in.
And then Try went to Wii.
Because that was when the Wii came out as well.
And Try Ultimate came out on Wii U and then DS.
Yeah.
And then Generations came out on DS. No, 4 came out on DS.
Yeah.
And then Generations came out on DS. And Wii U, I think 4 came out on Wii U, I can't remember. And then Generations came out for Switch. Generations Ultimate, came out for Switch.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't play Generations Ultimate.
I did, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no. But I think,
and then World came out on the PS.
But I think as well, the thing with World,
eventually PC and stuff like that.
Yeah, true.
But I think the thing with World, for that example, is a lot of people like the quality of life that Monster Hunter World gave made people be like, oh, Rise doesn't click for us because they didn't. A lot of them didn't play the previous generations. Rise was sort of a middleware. Yeah, Rise was very much like bridging the gap between what capabilities they could do and going back to the more root style of doing it.
However, him and I have been playing World recently from Rise, and I love World, but Rise is I prefer the movement in Rise. It's just so much faster. Get places we were running around the world hunting a monster and just how long it took to get places. When you played Rise and you're going, I can get here on Rise in under that time. Like
the Palamutes were great.
Palamutes a good thing for it. Don't get me wrong, obviously that's the gimmick of Rise is the Palamute in the wire bugs.
Yeah.
Just like World's sort of one was actually I don't know what World's gimmick was. The wire.
Clutch Claw. That was it. But that came out in Iceborne. That didn't come out in
I think
World.
So World, I think then like the whole
World really had this research thing.
Yeah, I do totally agree though with it is slower going back to World. I think Rise had a lot. I say a lot. Rise had a good few quality of life updates. I really liked gathering the songbirds as well. They give you like more armor, HP.
I don't like the wild collecting games.
No, you're not a fan.
No, see the actual endemic life, like the Buckkeeper and stuff like that. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Give you extra rewards. But see, going around collecting the Firefly, I'm not a fan of it. I really don't like it.
Yeah.
So I prefer having like the HP that I can get there instead of just running around the map. It just takes time. All I wanted to do is hunt this monster so I can create something or complete a request or complete another. And if you don't click them, you're at not a big disadvantage, but you're at a disadvantage because you're not got as much HP as you could have.
Yeah.
Or as much stamina as you could have. Or defense. I get that it's good. It's good in the sense of if you want to just be like overpowered, run around the whole map and collect it.
Yeah.
And you'll have a 10 times easier time that's it's the time it takes to do that.
Yeah.
And then your skill level above on top of that,
Yep.
if you can kill the monster, depending on how long it takes you to take quick kill them, how quickly you can kill that monster at the same time.
Well, yeah. So it's time plus effort equals reward.
Yeah.
At the end of it is
Yeah.
does that match
But
up?
even then, yeah, it's the same reward. Like the only time you'll change if you find that dead in life, like what people are.
No, but no. So what I mean, as in the reward, as in like, is it worth going to do all that for whatever you're trying to do?
Yeah.
because you're
No, that's-
doing. Yeah, you're
but
getting
that's-
all that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
even
just
without
don't
all
get
that,
Yeah.
even without all that, you get the same rewards. There's a good
Yeah.
chance you'll get the exact same rewards at the end of the
Yeah.
quest. that you
Yeah,
would
completely.
without
And,
it.
and so it just becomes that way where you're like, what was the point in doing it?
Yeah.
Like, and you never want to think that like a system like
So most I do is quite. If I'm on the way to the monster, right, most of the time, doesn't matter, there's a few on that route. you
Yeah,
have
I'll
to
just
to
go,
cut
yeah.
off. But sometimes they are. If you want to go out the way, like the first ancient
Sure.
ruin map, first map basically.
Yeah.
You have to go in between some of the places, get the bushes that have more of hiding in it.
Yeah.
When you actually tend to never need to go near them because they're all main paths. You just go past them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. While playing Rise, I never went out my way to get any of it.
No.
Like, look, if it's in my way, like the direct path to the monster, great. If it's not, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, but I think Rise, one of the main things for Rise for me was the rampage,
I like Rampage.
which
I
was
like
like
it.
very unique.
Just
gimmick.
that's like the siege.
Yes.
That's like their version of the siege. It's very. I like Rampage.
Yeah.
The Rampage is quite fun. Defense wise, don't get me wrong, they were very repetitive.
Yes.
Like as in just in general, but they were fun. Like the first few times you do it, I was like, oh, this is actually a unique experience.
Yeah.
Plus, getting the ballista and the cannons to help with the Apex monsters at the end. Because fighting the Apex normally is just like, instead, you know what, I'm just going to blow it up with a cannon. Instead.
Yeah. I think that's the cool thing is you get to see like your own setups. And the wave system was really cool. The rewards were unique with like the power up of the weapons.
The Rampage weapon.
The rampage weapon.
Yes, that was good because they had augmenting weapons in the world, so I think they kind of carried that over.
Yeah.
One thing.
And also bringing it was fun with getting the village character to come in and help with sort of like the like
yes,
masters
like the chiefs and
and
stuff and the
stuff,
twins. Yeah, no, those were actually
you
really
know,
cool.
Yes.
Yes, those were great. Honestly. Oh yeah. Another thing I loved that they did in Rise was the fact that they had armor sets like all together. That was huge for me because it was such a massive pain being like, right, I'm going to upgrade my armor set. You know, I'm like 600 hours into the game. I've got most of the armors. Which armor is it again? And I have to click through them all.
Yeah, you have to go down.
And I'm like,
And then you
cool.
have to go through the dialogue and then be like, wait, is that the one with the white gem?
And
Is
then
that
you've
the one?
got the wee cut scene as well of it rolling along, and you're like, okay,
Nice one.
that's cool. The first 100.
Yes.
And then you're like, come on, man. Like, if you had like the skip cutscene part, which I have tried, it doesn't work.
No.
I get it. It's like 4 or 5 seconds, but I'm like, over the time I've played this game, that is like a couple hours at least of me going through that one animation. Like, just I don't need it. I don't. Like,
You know, when I think of like things about the game that I don't like, or that bugged me, or anything really, that is not one of them.
is it not?
No, not even remotely. Like,
It's
I
quite
can't even-
niche.
Yeah,
I see why
there was
they
that
bug me.
Yeah.
I see why they suck. I don't like
Yeah,
this.
no, I'm with you on that. That's 100%.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's also trauma from
Yes.
Monster Freedom Unite because the PlayStation
Listen.
hitbox was ridiculous.
Oh
But, like-
man, I'm sitting there 3 areas away, like mining, and I get hit,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Yeah.
it was horrible. But no, I just
Yeah.
I see why.
I think
it
that
has wings.
it was the problem. The problem for me was like, I think I was very new to the game at the time. Yeah, so like extremely.
That's not where you want to start, man. When you're fighting that thing.
But like you don't realize that you can like sonic bomb it. Like that never.
Why with the water, yeah.
That thought never crosses
But
your head.
it never tells you.
Yeah,
It
because
doesn't tell you.
No,
in
the-
Freedom Unite
mo-
doesn't tell you to Sonic Bomb it. Try and get it.
Yeah, Monster Hunter back then was just the definition of good fucking luck, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna chuck you into the world, fight stuff.
Yeah, which I love.
Yeah.
Like truly, like
Yeah.
not having like a general like. I mean, I love story games and I love what World did with their story. But like just getting fucking chucked into something and be like, I hunt shit and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like I think that old school way of doing it was so fun.
Yeah,
It was fun.
it's like
Because it's
But I
so
like,
grassroots. And
like the most
Yeah.
thing you knew about it is that you were defending whatever village you're starting in.
Yeah.
In any game. And
that was it.
It was
yeah,
like, there's a hunter guild somewhere. There's
Yep.
a big place where the hunters, where there's a headquarters.
Yep.
You're never going to see that place in the open game.
Yeah.
And the one person you get a quest from is the only liaison between you and that guild. That
Yeah.
head guild.
or it's just some fucking old guy that's like, I run this village, go and slay this monster. And,
Yeah.
and then you go out and you're like, oh, it's a place off, cool. And then it's in the water, firing just laser beams of water, pressurized water at you, and you're like, come out this water so I can wear your skin. And so I can make you into a weapon. So I can complete this quest. And then I go
What's
back
so-
to the old guy.
What sociopath uses plesiop weapons?
I don't know. I think I made the armor for something.
Really?
I think it was so I could swim quicker. I can't remember.
That might have been a
You
thing
can't
that
swim
happened.
for them, you know.
I think,
was only introduced with
you know what it
Try.
was?
No,
It's
but-
Try Ultimate. I
yeah,
was thinking of
PvP
when
Try,
Plesioth was in. Yeah. And then they released a green one. Like, why?
Oh yeah, I remember the green one.
If Plesioth is so universally hated, why are you bringing out like a subspecies that's basically the same thing, but it's green?
Because maybe it was the color. It was the reason we didn't like it. Did you ever consider that?
I'm a bit to throw you out that window. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's not.
I don't think I could either.
But no, I think like that was the whole thing though, like that very uniqueness of you're just going out and fucking killing shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Like I love that, and it literally felt like you were just taking random parts of a monster and just be like, fuck it, this is my weapon now.
Yeah.
Like as a bow gunner, do you know how long it took me to realize I could make my own bullets? I had like at least 100 plus
You have
hours.
to remember, it doesn't really tell you all this.
It doesn't
in the
tell.
game.
Like,
No, that's
it
very
doesn't tell
true,
you
it does.
anything.
In retrospect,
In the original games, it doesn't, or the older games, it does not tell you
Yeah.
any of that.
I learned
You
as
have,
well.
you have to just guess what the hell is going on. It's like you want to World makes World and Rise make it easy to get OP builds with gems and jewels and
Yep.
stats for the armor. Do you think you got told that in the original ones?
I know, because I played it.
You look at stuff and you go, I guess this might be okay. You have no idea what it does.
Did you have any idea? Because the thing as well, the skill system.
And the
doesn't
older
tell you
games, it
anything.
doesn't tell you nothing. You're looking at stuff going, this says this.
Slugger, what does Slugger do?
Yeah. Or,
And try. Let me tell you, I struggled to capture a great dragon. This was me like coming back to the game after I played a bit on the like PSP, like you had like obviously the DS as well. And then I don't know why I just kept either killing it or there was one quest I did where I ran out of time.
well,
then-
fighting a great dragon.
Yeah,
You mean
trying to capture
the
it.
start? You mean
Yeah,
start off
the
with-
first monster.
Yeah.
But it was a capture quest, so I kept killing it accidentally because there's no indicator that it's ready to be captured apart from it limping away.
Sure.
Which it never really did until it did a lot of damage to it, and then it just died. There was no, it just kept fighting me, and it died. And usually,
That's also if they changed it.
that's very true because they do
There's
have
like
to
a
be
little
skull.
skull.
Exactly.
Yeah, but not even that. Capture quests don't really exist.
No.
That's
There's-
true as well.
I'm
Actually,
pretty sure the most I've seen of the capture quests recently was when I was playing Rise. There's a chat, there's a request, not even a quest,
Mhm.
it's a request from one of the
Mhm.
random NPCs.
yeah, like an
Capture
action.
one of the monsters. That's it.
Yeah.
That's one thing
But
I
even
miss
then-
as well.
Capture a monster easily and try and world. And not try, sorry, Rise and world.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It tells you basically you capture it.
So one unique thing about when I was playing Monster Hunter World, I unintentionally decided I was going to capture everything. I went through the
So you did.
entire game capturing every monster until I got to Elder Dragons, and I'm like, well, fuck, this is where my run. Like, I can't capture that. Like,
Yeah.
but it was just really interesting. Like, I don't know, get like a baseline of reward and like understand that.
One thing, and off the back of that, talking about a request, I miss subquests. Like while you're on a quest to like kill a monster,
Oh,
like
like
they
break
did-
it.
subquest like break a wing, sever a
But they
tail.
did that with they do that in World.
Yeah,
It's not the same way.
Oh yeah, because they've just.
there's
Yeah,
that
it's
hunter thing or break a certain body part
Yeah,
or collect
Yeah, I
mushrooms.
like
whatever.
that in the actual quest. Oh yeah, because they've turned that into like the sub quests.
Yes.
Yeah. Some quests don't really exist in it.
Yeah, because they are
some
their
quests
own
you can
thing.
pick yourself.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
I do love investigations as well when
I
you're
thought-
picking up tracks.
I thought,
Another favorite thing. Like I love, it's just that excitement of being like, oh, I wonder what I've got. Like for some reason in Master Rank Quest, if you pick up a Great Jagras footprint, you go in and you've got an investigation for like a Kashala Deora, and you're like, but that
Yep.
that makes no sense, and it's
Maybe-
tempered for some
Yeah,
reason.
maybe they're buddies. You know.
Yeah, honestly, that is great. Honestly,
I thought
but-
the investigation system was really, really good. Like,
Well, it made sense because they're supposed to be research.
yeah, and as well,
You're the fifth fleet is supposed to be a researcher fleet. Actually, every
Yeah.
fleet that's went through the world is mostly researchers.
Yeah.
Apart from one of them.
but I think
you're just a hunter. You're the hunter that's sticking with them to defend.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
do stuff. That's
Yeah.
basically what that was.
But I think I also made it easier of like, oh, you've been hunting for like a gem something, and you can get a quest that's literally like you get 4 gold like chances to like get this unique
Yeah.
like item. That's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
that
It's
was-
such a good
On the
concept.
flip side, the melding, that's something I did not enjoy seeing particularly.
You go into building too much.
Yeah.
Albeit it was good if you did need it, but
It's a nightmare if you're trying the genuine.
exactly.
I went
But-
way too into it.
But I didn't enjoy the fact that you can just put these things together.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a mantle. I'm like, I feel that takes away from what Monster Hunter's kind of about. It's about that random chance. It's about going out grinding for hours on end for this one fucking thing
Or you
and
just
never
get lucky.
getting it, or getting lucky, and then you like get 3 and like 1 like quest reward screen, which that you sent me a picture.
I sent him
of
a
this.
picture yesterday.
Eh,
I got Raffles Ruby.
oh yeah, oh man, that was so ridiculous. I was like,
Palico funded the Raffles Ruby.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for Raffles.
what are they actually?
The hunter was for Pyro.
For the buzzard.
No, Pyro Spider from Rise.
Rakna Kadaki.
Yeah,
That's it.
Rakna.
I think it's something like that.
It was for Pyro one of them. And
Was the
there
Raffles
there was
there?
a Raffles in the
Oh
area.
right, okay. I was
Well,
like, bro,
I never touched the Raffles once.
Massive.
I don't know how the Palico got the thunder.
went
from
off
it,
on
but
an adventure.
I got the I got a ruby in the end screen. I was like,
Yeah.
well, okay, I'll take it.
What are the chances? I'd love to know what the percentages
Well,
of actually.
for getting one off.
Not
other
because I know like carving one is a very low chance.
You talk
But
about thunder.
Having a Palico actually plunder that.
Do you want me to tell you the actual math behind it for various games, or do we want to just say it's a fuck ton?
I think that's maybe a separate
Yeah.
video that we can do, which would be fun actually delving into that.
Dude, oh my god, man! I went into like so much there was so much math
Yeah.
and so much research.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I agree with you on the system of like.
Being like, oh, I can just make a mantle. And
Yeah.
it's like, that's literally the rarest thing.
But I think I think the issue for me is I'm very much like I will grind this out. This is my purpose. This is what I want to do, and that's the motivation for me. But I can totally understand people being like, I've hunted this for like fucking 20 times. I've not got it. I've captured it. I've cut its tail off. I've done this
You
and
do
that.
everything
And
right,
yeah, and you just don't get it.
That
So-
that was me in try for Diablo's Majestic Horns, which were, I was like, okay, so I need to break the horn.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe I break one horn. Okay, maybe I break one horn and capture it.
Yeah,
Maybe it's the right horn.
yeah,
Maybe that's what I
yeah,
need to
yeah.
do.
You're kind of like you're kind of like pseudo,
Yeah.
kind of like trying to figure out like superstitious. Like when we first played like Freedom Unite, we had no concept how to get a tail, like or a gem, sorry. And we'd be like, I got a gem. What? How do I do-"
Eventually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you
The
do this?
confusion.
Yeah, just the confusion because like
It's not like Google and stuff like that was vaguely used. It wasn't
No,
like,
it was
not
all
a thing,
was.
what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same as this now. Like,
There
you
was-
could go anywhere.
There was no Monster
On
Hunter
internet.
Wiki.
no, there wasn't.
Wasn't really, no.
There wasn't. I think that is
We eventually got the arcane, but then it was mostly just for key quests. They gave you percentages for some things. It was key quests that progress the story.
That was one thing I think Monster Hunter did.
And they never told you about key quests.
Or if you did
Freedom Unite stuff like that.
if you did get good information, you had to cross-reference it and
With someone
translate
else
it back from Japanese to English because they'd done the work, but we fucking didn't.
No.
We had no idea.
No. But I think that's one of the things that they made. They streamlined a bit more. They made it a bit better. They made it more focused, which was like World gave you so much information, so much more information.
Yeah.
You could look up what a monster is weak to, what you carve from it, like what parts of its body are particularly like cuttable or breakable. Or
is it good against like blunt damage? What are the stats for them against? What are the thresholds for like poison, blast, paralysis?
You got so much information.
But it was good the way that World didn't just hand you it. It's like you have to go out and hunt these monsters. You have to continuously hunt them.
You have to get the research level up.
It's very much know thy enemy.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that. I love that. Here's a question. What, in the entirety of the Monster Hunter franchise, what's your favourite monster?
Easy, Rathian.
Rathian. Is it any particular, like one, like normal, like Dread's Queen, pink, gold?
Yeah, so I think for me, the one that stands out obviously is the most iconic, being the Green Rathian, the normal Rathian.
Yeah.
But the pink one, oh boy! When I first ever saw that, I was like, "Oh my god, sweet baby Jesus, this is the like." Because the Bokan version of it was so cool. It was like Rathian Heart or something.
Oh yeah. Wrath Heart, yeah.
It was just top tier.
Top tier, yeah. I love the Rathian Hunting Horn. It's something that's like royal cord, and it's just this big bell and a stick, and I'm like, that's all I need in life. Yeah. What's yours, Brendan? Okay. Do you have like a top like 3? Nargacuga is a good one.
I just think it's
Dalamadur.
a great concept of monster.
Yeah. Dalamadur is very cool.
The Gen fights are just fun. I like the Gen run for the fight because I enjoyed the fight. I really enjoyed the fight.
You were the ship captain. That was you. You were.
Yeah,
dude. That was you.
I think a monster more recently that got me so excited was the Nergigante.
Yeah, Nergigante was good. Great flagship, honestly.
What's your favorite?
My favorite all-time monster is Lagacrus.
Yeah.
All time favorite. The Abyssal one. That first time fighting that's a fight you go into, and I genuinely felt fear going into it and just seeing it all like curled up, and I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm actually like not surviving this fight. Because it's fine, you've got the normal one, and then you've got, the ivory one, which is all on land, which is cool. I felt like that fight needed like a bit more instead of it just being, like a cruise on land. Here you are, here's some lightning and stuff.
Yeah.
But the abyssal one, just like any expectation I had blown out the water. And I'm like, this is really difficult. Now I'm underwater. I'm really slow. Oh my god, what's it doing? Why is it doing that? I'm back at camp. I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have a lot of those moments.
I do have a lot of those moments. Yeah, I just seem to
I think
don't do well.
Actually, I think like for nostalgic sake, the first ever Latrine fight.
Oh, and Try
was
that was great. That was great running that as a group.
I'm the only one who's beaten the Electro. One of them.
Solo,
I got it solo.
Oh, you killed it? Yeah.
I got it solo.
I've not done it yet. No.
Same
with Worlds, like Iceborne's Fatalis as well.
I'm not finished Fatalis. I fought it once when
I haven't done Fatalis, but I got the Elatrian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Solo with the Elatrian.
Yeah.
It's a book on a bro.
Yeah, that's a rough. At least it's not like original Try, because then it's like you have half the armor of everybody, and then we've got the Elatrian there as well. Although one thing that we did have with yourself, Stephen, was at either side there were these 2 platforms of rocks.
Yep.
Where if we got the Elatrion over to them and it charged into them, it would get stuck. And we always told you to assume the position.
Is that actually the mechanics? I never knew. I just stood up on the
rock.
rock.
No, that was the mechanic.
No, I just stood up on the rock,
And then you would stand there just blasting it, really. And then you had, obviously, the ballista binder up the back as well to bring it out the sky, which was just that whole fight. That was an end game fight, and it was beautifully done. Having the Elytron being like using like every element, like it was like, how can you like, you need to like properly like strategize against exactly how you're going to deal with it.
World's Elytron, like World's Elytron, so much more of its own monster.
Yeah.
Trial Elytron.
Yeah.
The original Elytron got nothing on World Elytron.
I totally agree.
Like World's Elytron's like phase shifting is so deadly. It's so cool, but like
and its ultimate attack is nuts.
I can never avoid it. Like it took me like 30 attempts to understand how to avoid it. That's how bad I am.
Was it the
How good it
You
is.
can heal for a lot of it. I just need to stare at it. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, because it takes your health that far down, but it leaves red. Health.
So it does, yeah.
And
Honestly.
that's a way to heal as well.
Same with the tried Tanzania chips. I raved about them.
Yeah, you like Australia jerky as well, though.
Yeah,
So the
Australia
same
jerky.
thing.
Australia jerky did it. Yep, that was the shit, man. Honestly, because I didn't realize that when it was red, and then I ate it, and it had healed the entire red gauge of my health bar. And I was like, let's go, bring them on every quest. Shame I only get 5 of them.
There's a mechanic that I remember. I'm pretty sure it was like Freedom United stuff. No, it wasn't also Freedom United. It happened in Generation. Where if you crouch down on the ground.
That's if you had the bleed effect.
Yeah, if you had the bleed effect. Yeah.
If you were, because the Segiros is one that's.
Yeah, that was it.
It's
Yeah.
the same in Rise. Segiros can give you the bleed effect in Rise. But if you take Australia jerky or whichever the equivalent in that game is, it removes it basically.
I never remembered that, so I would always just crouch down and just wait for the bleed to go off.
That's the way to do it. Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good.
I think that's the thing though, like all these different quests and like all the different mechanics and stuff. There are two kind of people though. The people that actually like prepare all their stuff for the quest, or the people that just go out blind and go, fuck it, let's hope. And I think as a bow gunner, I have to be fucking prepared now.
Yeah, and then you play like 100 hours of try, you don't realise you can make your own bullets.
Yeah, oh my god, bro.
The amount of money, like in-game money, you just spend on just buying bullets. Buying ammunition.
And Rise right now, currently, I think I have stockpiled 100k of every bullet. Like close to him.
Yeah.
Just because I don't want to ever deal with it.
Yeah,
I found out in World recently that I have near enough 2k of every type of bow coat.
Yeah.
I barely use bows.
Yeah.
But I have 2k of every type of one essentially.
I remember there's that thing. But I remember when me and Brendan first kind of went back to Worlds, we both logged in and we were looking through like our items and stuff, and I was like, sell all trading items. We were like, what's this? And oh my god, we pressed the button and we each made like 4 million.
It's like,
because we played through, because that was when like it was cool with Taroth, and obviously you're like fighting, getting the guiding lands, fighting tempered monsters, and you get a shitload of like steel, silver, gold eggs, and I don't think we ever really registered that. We were like, oh, that's a quest reward, we'll leave that. It's not a usable thing.
Not usable yet. I know it gave you money, but I never really at that point in the game, I never needed money.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I never bothered selling trading items.
We had that much of it, really.
No. I've been that broke bitch and must have it before that.
That was me and Rise. That was me and Rise, and then I realised, and then I made like 5 million. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I maybe should have realised this beforehand, because I was grinding so many quests, man. So many quests, and I was getting such low money. And I'd go maybe like 10, 12 quests. I'd make one upgrade a weapon. I'd need to do it again, and I wouldn't realise I'd literally be stockpiling all of these gold eggs, and it's like these could have been my saviour for like a month. Yep. And then I sold them all, and now I'm actually in a pretty good place.
I think as well though, like the more, it's kind of weird because the more you spend, like later on, like upgrading armor and stuff, it's insane prices. Mm-hmm. But like it doesn't matter. But like when you're like lower level, you're like, oh man, I don't know if I can afford this armor.
I'm never going to financially recover.
Yeah. I'm like, I need this extra armor so I don't die to this monster.
Yep.
But I can't afford it, so I guess I'm gonna go hunt this Jake
Yep.
Great Jaggy. Oh my god.
Jake Graggy?
Yeah, Jake Graggy. That's what we call him. That's the street
That was the
name.
original name of the heroes. That was the original name of the Great Heroes.
That's so
like-
good, man.
But like, yeah, it was just one of those situations where you're like, well, fuck, what do I do? Like, I have to go like fucking do these like stupid quests to get this gold, and it's like or Z, sorry,
Z.
Yeah, get that zany.
yeah,
That's it,
it's- oh, man,
I do love some Easter eggs as well. I know that it's an obvious one. I do have a small list of Easter eggs to go through. So Poogie, obviously, the pet pig that you have in it, is in every single game. In the first game, he only had the one outfit, which was I think the Emperor's New Clothes, I think they were called. And you could only pet him. And I think it's hilarious that there's this rumor that's spread that's so ingrained in the Monster Hunter community that if you pet Poogie and if you pick him up, you'll get higher rewards.
I always thought that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember hearing that.
And
Yeah,
the thing is, the producers and devs, they've spoken about this and they've said it doesn't, but nobody believes them.
no,
Not one pair. Everyone's like, nah, that's sus. I don't believe you.
I done it and got a gem once. That's my methodology.
He gets that one gem
He
after
gets that
hundreds
one
of
gem.
hours.
Yeah.
After
No.
that one time, he's like, "Yep, this is it. It works. It
Well,
works,
that's
guys."
That's how it works. That's how it works, man.
You
That's super
sound like a
special.
conspiracy
Yeah.
theorist there.
Hey, okay. No. I was gonna rant about it, but no, I think that's the thing though, because there wasn't that much information back then,
Yeah.
and so people didn't know drop rates or anything, but they're like,
That's work. Maybe.
it worked. I mean, yeah.
Another good one I think really funny is in the Monster Hunter Rise Gathering Hub. There are two drummers. You know the two drummer cats that you see?
Sure.
You know what their names are? Badum and Tish.
I've never noticed. I've never noticed.
Yep. Is that not
Amazing.
I think that's brilliant. I think there was a game dev that was just like, oh,
Yeah.
I've noticed. This is great.
You know what upsets me?
Well,
Baby Tetsukaba that you can't go and hunt or you can't actually have. Like the
I
Master
want
Hojo
mounts.
says on.
Yeah.
I want mounts. I know Palamutes. Fine. All good. I want
Play
a baby
Monster Hunter
tets.
Stories.
I want the baby tets.
because the thing is, yeah, Monster Hunter
That's the one
Stories
I heard
does do that
stories you
really
can
well.
make
I do love as well, you know, the Huntsman.
And two, I want Monster Hunter Stories 2 is on the Switch.
It is,
Oh,
yeah,
damn
that's
it.
very cool.
Because
You need to
I'm
grab it.
tempted to get it because I've got the first one on the DS.
Mhm.
I've still not completed it properly, but I've got the first one on the DS.
Yeah.
I'm going through it.
Lanceman.
It's great, honestly, man. I know that there's the Huntsman as well, who was in like a lot of the like later Monster Hunter games. I think he was in a couple of the early ones as well. But he's like, you know, got the I don't know
Rathian
why
armor.
he's got the Rathian armor, but he's also got the Wyvern Fire longsword, and I'm like, do you not have other weapons? Because surely fire against
Yeah.
Rathian, you know, does not really work. But he's it's Monster Hunter Portable 2, like 2nd gen. He's been hunting for like 40 years. He's got the same armor, and he also knows the admiral of the 5th Fleet, which I think is really interesting. So I think he's like really also his armor is just so sick.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the high rank like Rathian armor
Well, I mean,
as well, which is very, very cool.
he appears.
I know that the next Easter egg is quite interesting. So the Meowscaler chef, right?
Okay.
Turns out he was actually a hunter for the Admiral, but he broke his weapon fighting the monster. And then he decided to take up cooking instead.
So you begin the show.
So yeah, he basically became like the chef. And obviously he was in the Monster Hunter film, which we'll get into.
No.
I
don't want
Don't think we should.
So-
I don't want to.
This I found out literally a few days ago as well. The excitable A-lister,
Yes.
Who-
Very wrong.
yes,
Yeah.
who's in Monster Hunter World, who
It's
is-
4.
he is in 4 as well. He's in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate.
Yeah.
He is actually, they are the same person. So he goes from the Ace Cadet in Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate to the A-lister. Not particularly useful in either game, but he is there. Did you guys know that there's a 1 hour long Netflix special called Monster Hunter Legends of the
Yes.
Guild? Have
Yes,
you watched it?
I've not watched it, no, but I know it's there.
I was thinking we will review it
What?
and we can watch it. I've never seen it. It's about the excitability of Lister. I don't have high hopes considering how he's been throughout the games, but
It's a real Cinderella story.
we'll see how it goes.
No, if we're going on what happened in the world.
Yeah, in Worlds.
They didn't do anything a lot. I mean, like, not many characters do anything a lot because
No.
you are literally the main character
Yes.
in all these
Yeah.
games.
But
That's the fun thing about Rise, though. You can take forward where and quests and something.
exactly.
You can take people, like, you do their forward quests and you can just get enjoying it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which I think's actually quite cool.
I mean, it's very much like a rising of ranks.
True,
You play
very
the
true.
game. Like at the start, they're like, I don't even know you can kill a Jaggy. Let's see. And then they're like, this giant new monster that we have no idea about, you need to go fight it. Like, that's what it becomes. And you're like, how did I go from that to that in a month when this guy's been training for 30 fucking years?
Yeah.
Send him.
Yeah.
What's he doing? It's like in a
It's like,
Astera.
it's in Rise, Master Tashi.
Yeah.
He's literally the one who trained you,
Yeah.
supposed to be a hunter
Yeah.
for however long. He's just like,
Yeah.
now you go fight Nargon.
And talking
You
about
go fight the two god, the thunder god people that are supposed to destroy
exactly.
the village. It's like,
and you're like, yeah, thanks guys, that's great. Because like talking about like obviously the hunter with the Rathian armor, it's like he's literally just sitting there in Astera doing nothing. He's not doing anything.
He's a Rathian hunter. What do you expect from us?
Yeah. Well, not a huge amount apparently.
Yeah.
But I thought there was going to be a Monster Hunter Tri moment where the Argosy captain gives you his longsword, which is an amazing longsword in Tri.
it's cool. I like
Yeah.
that whole thing where you see him have his longsword the whole game and then he just gives you a
Yeah.
point. It's just like, that's cool.
Yeah, no, that is really, really cool.
It would be nice if there was like other characters that gave you like
Different weapons, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of a difference of weapons,
Not a weeb.
and also
not a weeb. No,
Not
I
a
just
weeb.
shoot a gun.
Yeah.
I use my gun.
bang
move.
bang.
Yeah. It's like yeah.
Oh no, I was just going to say, speaking about specials, cinematic, the Monster Hunter movie.
Why are we talking about the Monster Hunter movie?
I feel it needs spoken about.
It doesn't need
somewhat.
spoken about. It's horrible.
Mila Jovovich
So-
needs to stop.
I think.
I'm not talking. I just thought it was a bad movie.
Yeah, because me
It's Resident Evil that you did it for that.
and so it was the same director as
I'm eating
well.
my feelings.
Yeah, okay, keep going. The thing is with the Monster Hunter movie, I feel like I set myself up for disappointment because I think the first time I watched it, I went to the cinema to watch it. I paid I paid money because I was that excited to go and watch it. Right? Yeah, I know.
Excited?
I was excited to see it. Yeah, listen. I will admit this. I've never seen Resident Evil. I've never wanted to because there was like that many films and I just heard bad things about them and I heard that it was just a story that went off the rails and they kept like chopping back in between pieces of lore and it was just like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for some, slaying some monsters and a good story.
Yeah.
And then
the Monster Hunter movie did not do that.
I mean, the Resident Evil movie, I think, took like 40 minutes to Resident Evil to get to the zombies.
Well, let me tell you something here, Steve. 45 minutes into the Monster Hunter film, nothing happened. Nothing has happened at all. Because I know you watched it on release, so to kind of like remind you.
Yeah.
It starts off where
I didn't pay to see it.
Mila is leading this like specialist.
Not that I seen it last week when I took him to Costco.
Yep.
I came back here, we watched it.
Yep, and us with our girlfriends Juliana and Kaylee. So it was good to have obviously us being like hardcore fans of the franchise, Juliana and Kaylee, like hearing bits and pieces, but really
Having no
ultimately
idea.
knowing nothing about it. They came out the movie how they came in. They knew nothing.
They knew nothing more about Monster Hunter apart from what we told them.
Yep.
The whole story.
And I kind of felt the
And
same.
even then, we were watching it going, that's not right.
I have also
That's right,
yep.
but it's not supposed to happen that way.
I've never seen you, Brendan, put your head in your hands with like so much like just
I was
pure
drinking at that
disappointment.
point.
Yeah.
It's when the commander comes down, and it is just like you can tell he's strung up by something because his
Yeah.
feet are level. It's not like
Yeah.
he's ready
He
for
come-
impact. He comes straight down.
Straight down. There is
with
no
a charge
like,
blade, and I'm like, he slams the charge blade on the ground, and a big burst of fire comes out. I'm like, that's not even how charge blades work. I get it's a movie and it's supposed to be exaggerated.
I mean, they can take
artistic, yeah. But I'm sitting going, that's not how a charge blade works.
It was.
I used to use charge blade and try. That's not how that worked.
It was so. It was just.
But the pacing of the movie was not great.
Atrocious.
There was no real reason for anything in that movie to happen. It felt like that. The most story that I felt, in my opinion, the most story that was there was them trying to get the story between the main character and the hunter.
Yeah, they're trying to like bridge it.
They were trying to bridge like the speech thing and stuff like that.
It doesn't work.
And then it gets to the point in the movie where they eventually find the commander. Turns out the commander can speak English, but not Monster Hunter language, as well as Monster Hunter language. Sorry,
but that's not explained.
No, it's not. But the most that gets explained is that people have crossed over before.
Yeah,
and then you're like, okay,
you're like, is that how you know English? Like if he'd explained it and said,
or maybe he was the one that crossed over to the Monster Hunter world, and that's why he can speak English because he was originally,
Yeah, right. You know what pissed me off as well? There was like this. He was explaining like the admiral. He was explaining the kind of like plan for getting to this tower, which is apparently causing these storms. And he said these people are keeping this guardian here to like protect the tower, and it is a Rathalos. Which I'm like, that's kind of sick. It's a Rathalos. We then see it due to the lighting, and it's raining, and just like the general lighting of the film, we weren't sure if it was a normal one or an azure one.
Okay.
Because
it was so dark.
Because the way the lighting worked.
And there was
the color of the monster.
Yeah, and there was lightning that was blue. It was weird.
The reason you know it was red is when they eventually go back to the normal world and Raffles crosses that bridge as well, then they all end up just jumping to our world essentially.
It's
red.
Yeah.
It's like fair enough. It's definitely a red one.
But maybe I'm giving them way too much credit, which I am.
Probably.
But maybe that was like a cute hey, like
I get it could be Easter egg. I get that, but that'd be cool, right? But
given the rest of the movie,
given the rest of the movie, it didn't feel like that. For example, there's Skella, like one of the original arachnid monsters.
Yes. Right?
There was thousands of them, which is what spiders are normally like in all time. But they seemed a lot smaller than the actual Skella.
Yeah.
In comparison to games. There was a
maximum
of 4 monsters, or 4 or 5 monsters that actually appeared in that movie. It's called a Monster Hunter. 5, 6 monsters max appeared. And even then, one of them you see for the end frame. And that's it.
Yeah, so speaking of that, which I was just going to get into, so the Rathalos is apparently this guardian of the tower. And then they defeat it. They defeat it. They then, for some reason, go back to the Monster Hunter world.
To try and stop the storm.
To try and stop the storms. That's
one
why
of
they
the
go back
other
through.
story points as well.
And then what happens is, there's then a Gore Magala that comes down.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and it's only in the end frame.
It's like maybe like a minute or two. And then they're fighting it. But
and it's slow-mo. There's random slow-mo moments in this movie that make no sense. That's a slow-mo, and then in 10 credits, you don't even get to see anything.
Yeah.
It sets up. It looks like it sets up for a second movie, and I'm like,
please don't.
Well enough. I would like to see how that ends, but not in that movie.
Plus, the thing is as well, having the Rathalos being the guardian of the tower, then having a much more dangerous, much more powerful monster coming down, it's like it kind of defeats the purpose of saying.
For spoilers, is a juvenile elder dragon technically.
Yeah.
It turns out the shooter.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is with having the Rathalos, because the kind of like the admiral basically says they put this guardian here, and I'm like, would you really be able to put a Rathalos there, the king of the skies, the flagship monster for all of the video games? It's like, would there be an explanation for some kind of like control device for the Rathalos? That could have maybe been a cool segue to have like real world devices that are on this Rathalos controlling it, and that's where the crossover is. That's where you bridge the connection, being like, they're being controlled by people from the Monster Hunter world using our world technology. And that's where you bring it in instead of just having...
I respect speculation because obviously they explain everything in that movie. It could have been ancient peoples. Let's remember, the Monster Hunter people's got ancient people.
That's true, that's ancient Wyvernians.
Yeah, but also that's why technically the weapons you have in Monster Hunter aren't all the weapons.
Yeah.
The weapons that keep getting introduced, obviously there's every so often there's weird weapons introduced, and then if you play Frontier, there's stuff like that.
Yeah, there's Tonfa and the what's it called? The magnet spike.
The gravity spike, yeah.
Gravity spike.
I don't know what you mean by that, just have a gap.
Yes, I know what but on the gravity spike and stuff like that.
I think
there's different weapons that are being lost to time essentially.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and when the Admiral in the Monster Hunter movies says they, I reckon it's the ancient.
Yeah,
civilization.
yeah.
It's not like crossover with the real world, so to speak. In the
Yeah,
Monster Hunter world,
yeah.
I think it's ancient civilization. This tower was made by a cult or something like that.
Right.
That's what-
But yeah,
that's
I mean,
about- but even
as
then,
well.
it's very speculative.
Yeah, and it is also the like RPG like there's a dragon that's defending this tower like kind of trope.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like-
yeah. I feel that. Yeah.
Which I feel like that's too cheesy for a fucking raffle.
To be fair though, the thing I did set us up to this as well. That could actually be, that tower could actually be the ancient tower.
Oh, could be.
Where you fight
Yes.
silver Rathalos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Freedom Unite and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because the ancient tower is obviously the ancient tower.
Yeah, it's quite an iconic like map.
It is
Well, I
literally
mean, there
just-
could be it could be ancient tower, or again, we're giving it way too much credit. Or it could just be a random fucking
I
tower.
don't know, I get that, but I'm saying if they were grasping for
It's so cool.
a connection, that could be a connection.
Well, because I mean, like, it would make sense why I got like it would be like shunted, like,
Yeah.
and lost to
think-
time.
Yeah, I do like that though. Thinking about things being like
Yeah.
lost to time, which I know is like part of the lore. I think the thing with like the tonfa and the like gravity spike as well, it feels like they kind of fitted in, not like directly to all of the mainline weapons. It feels like they took parts off of different weapons, like the tonfa specifically. They were quite overtuned when they first came in, and they were like they stunned better than hammers. Yeah, like you could technically like not fly, but like you could like keep yourself in the air, but like kicking. They were great. They were basically like better than dual blades as well, which I feel probably the most hated weapon I think in the franchise.
No, I don't think it's the most hated weapon.
No, you don't. What do you think's the most hated?
People get annoyed at longsword users.
Longsword users, yeah.
Okay.
No, that's true because
I
you
would
do
say,
get like
You get
Once-
flinch and stuff like that.
honestly,
And the excuse is just get flinch free.
I have been between a longsword user and a dual blade user, like with a lance, and I'm standing there just like I feel like I'm in that scene in Hamburger Hill, where the guy gets like he's just standing like this, he's just getting like lit up from everywhere. That's how it felt, and I'm like, I can't do anything here.
That's
I mean, you don't have that.
You're,
Yeah.
you're,
I was about to say like that sounds like
you're never close enough in the fight.
Yeah. You're like 3 miles away, like up on a hill somewhere.
that's actually something that I do want to talk about with bowguns was like they changed it. They've changed it throughout the years, obviously. But like, I always loved that fantasy of like I'm gonna just be on this rock and fucking like blast the monster. But it was like your bullets would dip.
Oh, the deviation.
Like
Yeah.
deviation's so bad in Rats.
Yeah. It's
But-
deviation was worse, I think. Try
Yeah.
underwater. I think try like it set a stage for like deviation and weapons.
I didn't fucking do water combat. Like,
Yeah.
like
You-
I was like, I'm gonna wait for this monster to,
to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which didn't work with the flagship.
Yeah, for Laggy Cruise, especially when you are on that quest, we all know like the quest where it starts off in I think area 10, I think, and then it comes to area 9, then it goes back to area 10, and you're like,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah, serious as well.
Sadius
Sadius
is
is
horrible.
all underwater.
I specifically learned Greatsword to fight the Sadius.
In the war.
But yeah, I think most hated weapon. It is. I think a lot of people say longsword. A lot of people say dual blades.
That's why users, right?
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, users.
I can tell you how
I think the most hated weapon, genuinely, from my speculation, would probably be like gun lance, probably.
Gunlands, yeah.
Like lance or gun lance for sure.
Why is that? Is it just?
It's just the gameplay just doesn't work. for
Yeah,
me.
no, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
no,
like,
that's
like
totally fair.
even like as a bowgunner, I'm like moving while I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely have done quests.
No, I totally agree with you.
I've done quests with a gun lance user, and they have not moved from where they were.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Like I quite like doing lands because you just stand there and you're like, oh, shield, stab.
Yeah, like, as long as you have enough stamina, you don't have to consider anything
Oh
else.
yeah, it's like if you have like constitution, you have guard up as well, so it's literally like you can block attacks that are usually unblockable, which I believe I can't remember if I did this before, but I think Teostra's Supernova, I think you can block it with guard up.
That's insane.
And the thing is, if you've
How
got
does that work?
if you have offensive guard, a guard, and you have constitution, and you also have a guard up, you're sitting there, your stamina bar does not move.
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there. The thing is with lands, you can never really like speed run. You
No.
can never ever like
That's you tell it Team Darkseid.
That's true.
I watched them 4-man something in under 2 minutes. One
no,
match.
that is fair. That is
Oh,
fair.
no, wait,
actually.
sorry, no, I haven't done that.
I think they're definitely on a different level of Monster Hunter player. Like they're on a complete different echelon where it's
I'm
like
just saying, if y'all learn bowguns, we could do that.
We've done that with Bogan as well.
did you just do a this could be us but you playing?
Very subtly, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'll admit I did love doing a wee run with a heavy bowgun and just loading up cluster bombs and
Oh yeah, no, that.
and
that
just
was,
not saying anything to
Yeah,
anybody.
that was the. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so
They
good.
just goofy noise
Yeah,
like out the way. That was it.
there's just so many like people. They're like doing all like their dual blade stuff, like charging up and everything, and then you're just going.
Just more firing from a mile away.
I mean, this is for anyone that's in the area,
yeah,
which is all of you.
Hoping for the best.
yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to
exactly.
my homies that are about to be exploded.
Yeah,
Like, it was so good.
exactly. Yeah, but the thing is, if you're against like a monster that's got really great movement, you fire off your cluster bomb and it's moved,
Yeah.
but none of the hunters have. So it comes down, and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to move the fucking weeb that's got the longswords." Like, let me sheathe, and then it's
Yeah.
like, why am I flying through the air? Why am I? Hang on, what's happening here?
I think one of the most weirdest examples of that is dragon ammo,
Yes, dragon ammo. Yeah,
because it goes.
yeah. Whereas like piercing ammo did like a great job of being like, "Yep, I'm a fly straight. I go through the
Yep.
monster. I
Yep.
pierce."
It's
And dragon ammo's like, It's like you don't feel the power of a dragon shot. You just fire it, and then it's like, "Oh, I've hit it. Oh, it's moved. It's moved. Oh, it's moved.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done now."
But I mean, like as well, like the way the ammo type worked, like piercing was really weird, based on like the skeleton of the monster.
Yes.
Like so, like I would be like aiming like from head to tail, and it would hit the head, maybe slightly the body, and then the tail.
Yeah.
And you're like, how does that like
It
work?
like deviates when it hits the monster.
Yeah,
Just
it's like instead of it going in a line or like going down, it goes wiggle.
I'll admit, there's nothing more satisfying, I think, when you're fighting a monster like going at world. When you're fighting Kulvitarov and you pick up a pierce pod and you fire it and it goes and it just purrs through the entire monster. And that's just, it's so satisfying. You know you're doing minimal damage, but it's nice to actually see the numbers.
Well, by that point, they nerfed pierce ammo.
Yeah, they did nerf.
Because
Yeah, they
Nerf.
did. Nerf.
Because at the
They did
time,
nerf it.
slicing and piercing ammo was the best way to go. So
It
That's
was.
why that's why
slicing
they
was the
also changed the element of bow.
Yeah.
They nerfed bow so badly. as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, anyway, next Monster Hunter game, it should get released next year.
Sure.
Yeah.
20th anniversary, but it should.
so.
And hopefully they don't remake the first one, because that's what people are speculating just now. They're going to just remake the first one.
Oh, I don't want to use
I
the
don't-
D-pad again, please.
No,
I
not like
can't
that.
go back.
Oh, I don't-
man. Dude,
I
I,
don't think that's what they
I
meant.
don't
I
think that's
struggled
what
to
they
kill Aptonoth, which are like the herbivore monsters. I was so bro, I struggled, man. Let me tell you, coming back into that game, having like thousands of hours across the franchise, I struggled to kill the most basic herbivores.
That sounds like
So anyway,
Why
I'm
were
sorry.
you, why were you
Like-
killing the herbivore anyway?
It
All
was
you
part
guys
of a
need-
quest.
So
I needed
whatever-
raw meat. I had
Oh,
to
okay,
deliver
okay.
10 raw meat. Yeah.
So Monster Hunter
Sorry,
6,
yes.
are you going to change your main weapon, or are you going to keep it?
I'm gonna keep.
Yeah, this one's more for him. I knew you were going to keep
I
that.
am going to change.
The most you do is sometimes deviate to a greatsword.
Great
That's
sword,
about it.
I mean, no. Give me my credit. At one point, I did switch. I did.
Oh, you did use switch axe for a
Yeah,
while.
I did
You
use
did
switch
do
axe.
that, I
Yeah.
remember. Yeah. Can't
But
remember
no,
when.
I'll be Logan. There's so much
Alright.
technicality with it, and yeah, efficiency. Cool.
It's such a pleasure to watch you talk, I must say. That's so great.
I just love it so much.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to change. I don't know if I want to switch to like a ranged weapon. I have thought about bowgun, don't get me wrong. I have definitely heavy bowgun.
I mean, we can't all have our. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Not every bowgun's good.
I like the big boom. I like the big numbers.
Yeah.
The big numbers make me happy. That's why I played Greatsword.
That's
for so
right.
long.
Yeah, I was just
That's
saying, like,
it.
you should not be playing bowgun if you're
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah,
we out here struggling.
I do enjoy that. Yeah, I don't know whether they're going to like bring back Confab, bring back the Magnet Spike as well. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. So sorry.
Maybe they want to choose another one.
I wouldn't mind stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like I would wait to see if they add a new weapon,
Yeah.
depending on if I'll do it.
I'm just
Depends what the type of weapon would
Yeah.
be as well. Yeah.
so for me as well, with the new game, movement is a big thing for me.
Mhm.
So will they go back to like the world-esque, or will they keep the way that we've gone with Rise with the wire bug game?
Mhm.
I doubt they'll keep the wire one because the wire see.
It's a very unique
I was
aesthetic
gonna say,
to
'cause
it.
Monster
Yeah.
Monster Hunter, all of the games have all got a niche essentially, like a certain niche for each game.
Mhm.
Try within the water combat and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
But I think like they can't go back
No,
to
they
not
can't
having
do that,
something.
Yeah. They can't. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's why Clutch Claw and Wire Bug is basically Clutch Claw.
Yeah.
Yes, in a sense.
Yeah.
Because that you use things with the Wire Bug moves you use.
Yeah.
They were the ones that allow you to mount, and in Clutch Claw you were able to
That's true,
weaken
yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
and then if you did enough damage, like for example, Instant Glaive was easy to do enough damage to be able to mount
Like
damage.
any part really.
For
And
mount
mount
damage.
monsters. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've never seen a man like mount a monster
Yeah.
like so many times in like a single quest. Like you were just like, oh, I'm on it. And there was the skill Airborne, was it the
Airborne,
Airborne
yeah.
skill? Where you would like do more damage and be easier to mount the monster. You'd sometimes just jump in the air and then you would be on it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even touch it.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like, how
I can honestly
Crazy.
tell you that like 90% of my world gameplay I never met any monster.
Yeah, as I said.
there you
I
go.
did. That was Instant Glaive. So.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's actually because you played a lot of different weapons.
I've
so-
played probably out of all of us. I played probably most.
You
of them.
definitely
do you-
have.
do you
yeah.
think
Any
you'll-
issue should get it.
Do you think you'll switch though?
I am switching. I know I'm going to use board next.
Cool.
You're gonna go
I
bold.
decided to
Okay.
take board next.
I think
Because
I'll-
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's
I,
good.
and so Try I was no sorry. Freedom Unite I used Great Sword.
Yes.
Then in Try I used Charge Blade. Try Ultimate I used Charge Blade. Basically the same thing. And then they introduced Instant Glaive.
Mhm.
And I used Instant Glaive in the 4
Yeah.
Generations Ultimate, Generations and Generations Ultimate, and then the World as well.
Yeah.
And then decided by the end of World I was using different weapons.
Yeah.
I used the Charge Blade. I used
Yeah.
the bow
Yeah, you do.
and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Most still use the Instant Glaive as my main weapon, but I
Mhm.
still deviate for stuff.
Yeah.
Rise, I've been Charge Blade main.
It's kind
And so the next game I'm planning on
Bow.
bow.
Love
of,
that.
yeah.
Also.
No, I was gonna say I've only really been Greatsword bowgun.
Mhm.
But even then, I think I only had one game where I played heavy bowgun.
Yeah.
I've
yeah.
always been light bowgun because the versatility of it is
And the
incredible.
movement, yeah.
Yeah,
the
it's just so
movement works
good.
better,
It's so
Mhm.
diverse. But like I think it was trying the Charge Blade for the first time was one of the most exciting things because it's so fun and there's like a lot of technicality about it.
Yeah.
I don't think gets you like talked a lot.
Yeah, I think it's probably the
I did
most
say switch
technical
X,
weapon.
right?
Yeah, you did say
Yeah,
Switch
yeah,
X,
yeah,
you
yeah.
said Charge Blade there.
You did
I
say
say
Yeah,
Switch
no,
X?
no,
I
no.
think-
Switch X was really technical as
Oh,
well.
Switch
Yeah.
X.
I think that's where I'm going to go with the
Switch
next
Axe.
game is Switch Axe. Yeah, I think it was just
Amount of
such a cool
monsters
weapon.
before it was a thing. That's what Switch Axe wasn't trying.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just stab
literally.
into them and just run along with them.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And
See
an
that
explosion.
the explosion
And
out
drop
move?
back,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Very cool.
It was so
Another cool
performant.
thing is I love the clutch claw wound animation for bow. Is
Oh,
where you
when you
wound it
jump
and then
up
you
and you-
backflip off and you can fire an arrow at it. That was phenomenal as well. I felt the heavy bowgun one what took so long. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, I need to do. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm off the monster.
Well, that's
now.
the thing with like light bowgun. Like I used to do like aerial assaults on it,
Mm,
like because
Yeah,
you
you can do the jump.
you're able to jump and then place your mines on it.
mhm.
So you would be able to just do that, and it would just be like a cycle of like Brendan like flying through the air, and then I fly through the air, and then he pops the bombs, and then like it was just really nice and symbiotic, and
So good, man.
like yeah.
Talking about the next Monster Hunter game, what would you guys like to see in terms of like quality of life stuff? What would you guys like to see either returned or improved? I have one straight off the bat, and it's to do with yourself, Stephen. I would love to see bowguns have customizable options, so you can go between heavy and light bowgun. So there's no heavy and light; it's just bowgun. And
Right.
You can swap out different things that would then take
Basically, a
it from
customizable gun.
Exactly.
essentially.
So
Yeah.
basically, you can change like your stock, your frame as well, and that'll have differences with like what elemental and like status ailments you'll be able to use in terms of your ammunition. Maybe you can have like different like stocks, handles. Basically, think of it like Call of Duty's Gunsmith.
Yeah.
They have that level of customization. I think refresh Bowgun because I think it's sat not static, but it's sat with these two customizations for light and heavy, and I think bringing it together would be interesting.
Well, no, I mean I absolutely agree, but like there has been in more recent times where they have been like, oh, I kind of customize this for like loss of deviation and more piercing and things like that, which is really cool. But like, I feel like if they're doing that for bow guns, they have to do that for other things. They have to do it for the bow. They would have to do it for like charge blade and things like that.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to overhaul one system of a weapon.
Yeah.
And then not bring forth
Leave
the other
everything
ones.
else.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least like do something like with each of the weapons.
Like every game they've been slowly improving and doing more and more for bow guns customization. But
so that'd be cool. That'd be cool. But I
think
completely craft every single different bit.
Yeah.
For example, right now it's one bow gun, like per monster. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That type of thing where
you want a long barrel, you want a silencer.
You basically just change the barrel, just change certain parts of it, not the whole gun itself. But if you did it that way, which it would be, I think it'd be a cool idea.
Really cool.
But it'd be too much.
Yeah.
In the sense of you have to go hunt for every different.
Yes.
Like say you want 3 different monster parts.
Yeah.
3 different monster parts and go bow gun to make your own sort of bow gun.
Yeah.
So you want
too
like
much.
a
I see that. Yeah.
raffle stock, Raffian base frame, and top of it, so it was
like a barrel.
Like a barrel.
Yeah.
Like barrel.
And
you'd have to hunt each monster for those different parts.
So like, sorry, I was just gonna say like the caveat of that is they did that kind of thing anyway with Monster Hunter Rise, specifically the Rampage weapons.
Yeah.
And also Monster Hunter World with the Ultimation. But with the Monster Hunter Rise, there's that specific. You are crafting it from these different monsters, and that changes how the weapon functions. And for bowguns, that was what type of ammo you had to use, what kind of like it did have that level of customization that you're thinking of.
Yes.
But it was in line with everything. Like which is
I think even if there's a way to like maybe if we stripping that back, I understand that it being too much work, thinking about the logistics of it. Maybe there's certain like changes you could have to it that can maybe focus on like one particular like type of ammunition, or one particular like ailment
like
or
an element.
I could kind of.
What they could do is add something like a different bow. Like each bow uses different type of bow.
Yes.
Like, for example, some powders you can't use on a bow. Bow.
Yeah.
But to customize it, you could maybe change something on. For example, since we're using bow gun as an example, change something on the bow gun to use a different.
Well, that's
for example, if you were limited on bow gun to say pierce and normal, but you want to use a different type of ammo, paralysis ammo or something like that on it.
Yeah, they do that with gems.
That's what I'm saying.
That's already
what I'm saying.
That's already a thing.
Yeah. Or even having like a magazine change that you could have that slots in.
Yeah.
So it's got your original like slots of say pierce and normal, but then it's maybe got like paralysis, like ammo. We're going to go into. I decided to call this the Rathalos Rundown. It sounds quite fun to say, and it's also kind of relative to what we're doing. So we're going to do a couple of like, I say mini games, but I've got some like word association as well as general trivia, and then we're going to jump into the Monster Hunter tier list of monsters, which I did my best to put as many monsters in as I could. I've probably forgotten some. I don't. I don't think the Rise or Sunbreak monsters are in there. I think I put a few in. Okay. I cannot remember at the moment. Okay. But going into this, do you think we should start? Do you want to start with the tier list?
No.
Okay. No. Okay.
I think we should just leave the tier list till after.
Yeah. That's cool.
Tier list
we'll leave that till after.
Yeah.
So, a couple of questions for you. I'll just wrap these off the top of my head.
He's like,
off the top of my head, I've got a list.
Shut up.
My phone happens to be a screen.
When is the first game that you could mount a monster?
Do you really want do you want the real answer or the answer I'm going to answer with?
Yeah. Both.
Try. And we discussed this earlier.
Yeah.
With the Switch
With the
axe.
Switch
Okay.
axe, technically you can mount the monster.
Okay, when was the official game that you could properly mount monsters?
4. Notchkala.
Four.
If I remember correctly, you can mount Notchkala. Is it Notchkala?
Are we talking like main game or Japanese?
Either or.
I'm pretty sure it's a Japanese one. I don't think it's 4.
Mm-hmm.
They all come out in Japanese.
No, I know. No, but there
There are a couple exclusives.
Yeah, they're
Um,
exclusive ones and online.
but-
Yeah, no, I think it must be 4. Yeah.
You are actually correct. It is.
Yeah.
It is 4 because
I
on.
remember mounting the
Yeah.
giants in Notchkala. They had the snake.
So I'm trying.
The
I'm
original
trying.
serpent
Yeah.
type
Yep,
monster,
they
one of
did.
the original serpent
Um,
monsters.
My brain was trying to think though, like, because like between 4 there was like Monster Hunter Online. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of.
Yeah, it was Monster Hunter 4 because on the very front of it, you actually have the hunter who has mounted a Gormagala.
That's it.
Yeah. So it's very cool.
The real answer is try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
The real answer is try. The real answer is try.
Play, don't try.
Talking about try, next question. In
Alright.
Monster Hunter Try, who are your 2 main companions? What are their names in Monster Hunter Try?
Cha-Cha and I can't remember the fat guy's name.
Is it like Shakala?
No.
That's the species name. Is the Shakalaka.
Oh yeah, so it is.
Cha-Cha.
Cha-Cha
Cha-Cha is correct.
Cha-Cha's the original.
Cha-Cha is
No,
correct.
do this properly. Try. Cha-Cha's your only companion.
Yes.
And
Oh
then
yeah, Try Ultimate.
is
Yes,
the one
you
where
do
the other
get.
guy
I
can
didn't.
you
do
I
get
it.
didn't
the
play
other guy.
Ultimate.
I cannot remember the name of it. I just remember he was blue and he was fat. He had the wee blue helmet to start off with.
You are completely
He was
correct.
fat.
Yep.
I can't
His,
remember his name.
his name is Kayamba.
Kayamba. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. Yep,
I
Kayamba.
hated how useless they were because they were built up as this companion.
Question.
But
This isn't me. I can't study a game that I didn't play.
you can technically, because you can always just watch something about it. See, you're gonna. Don't get the funniest thing about those two in Ultimate was the cannon where they fire one of them out of it.
That
To
was
attack
fun.
was- it
Yes,
was
there was an
brilliant.
animation
It
where
was
they
the
would fire
best.
the other one out. Another thing that I loved was when they would do their dances and you'd be fighting like a Rathian or a Rathalos and then you would get like ice res.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, guys, I don't need this.
I don't need that.
Or you would get back to camp after fainting and then they would give you a health up large. And you're like, where was this
when-
40 seconds ago when I was
That's-
dying?
That's what I think. Like they haven't improved it much, but like with the new like Palamute Palico situation,
Yeah.
they've improved it slightly
It's
because you
like
get to like
Yeah.
actually choose what like
I'm not
status
gonna lie,
he
though.
uses and
Yeah, see when you've got, I totally agree, like the statuses that they inflict, the stuff that they do is much more improved. It is crazy when you've got, like for example, in a like world, if you've got 2 people and they both have their palicos that have got a like the coral horn, and you see your health bar here and all your buffs are like here.
Yep.
You have like 12 different buffs. And that's phenomenal. That's great. I love that. But Cha-Cha and Kiamba, they were a special type of like just dumbass.
They
like-
weren't the best.
Oh no, they were not.
But I
no.
think that was them testing out the idea of the
Yeah,
companion
yeah.
system.
It was quite charming though. They were like charming, and the fact that when you were in your room, you actually had the stand that had all the masks on it. I quite liked that. There was something nice about it. And-
Also, like canonically, you're taking a literal child into battle with you.
and then one's firing the older fat one at the monster.
Yeah, like
So-
there is some
So
like
funny. I love it. It's so funny.
like there's some messed up like
It's so funny though. It's so funny. Like the first time you see that animation, it's like, pew, and then that damages the monster, and you're like,
but like not only are they like, hey fuckhead, go kill this like Rathian, right? They're like, hey, yeah, you've got a kid with a mask with you, sure, why not? Like no one questions it.
Yeah.
There's something inherently wrong with the people in
You
the
have to
Monster Hunter
remember, it's
franchise.
basically that's just a species of
You know.
thing. It's like the Shakalaka from the Shakalaka, whatever the ones are from World.
Was it-
the Gajikala.
Gajikala.
Was
that's
it was
Oh,
it
man.
Try that added like the little farm?
Yes,
Yes,
Try they had.
Try.
Yeah, Try was
Yeah.
like the improved farm that they had. That was very, very cool. Speaking of the Gadgetala, I don't know what they're smoking, man, but good lord, they are like just the worst. I also want to know what type of equipment they're using because they have like obviously poison, paralysis, sleep throwing knives. They instantaneously work on monsters. They're instantly
And
asleep.
if you're standing in front, they're instantly working you as well.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Even if they're helping you.
Yeah.
I've had that where I'm like poisoned and on fire.
Yeah.
And then one of them hits me in the back with a sleep knife, and I'm like, well, I'm dead.
Yeah, you just like watch your
You
health
just
just
get
kick
off,
down, and you're just like,
I think the worst thing as well is like once one of them hits you a sleep dart, and then you see the other one picking out a barrel bomb, and you see it slowly sailing through the air towards you, and you're like,
yeah.
there is nothing I can do about
It
this
doesn't.
at all. No,
Anyway,
like-
sidetrack. What?
We did, yes. So, talking about a trivia, and a little bit of kind of like monsters. What is the flagship monster of the first ever Monster Hunter game?
Flagship monster is Rathian.
Rathlos.
Rathalos, yeah, we've been the Rathalos.
I wasn't sure if you were looking at it or checking.
No,
I was double checking, yeah.
Oh,
It's-
100%,
it's the
yeah,
Rathalos,
it would be the Rathalos.
It's
yeah.
a boy. It is
Yeah.
actually the
My
Rathalos.
bias immediately goes Rathian, and I'm like, no, it's
Yeah.
It's the
Rathalos.
Rathlos. The first one was the Rathlos.
Yeah.
Yep. What is, for the next trivia question, what is the first ever large monster that you fight in Monster Hunter?
I'm not gonna lie, I got it.
First ever giant monster, it would be a great Faggy?
Not quite, no. There were a species that came before it. It was actually a general.
Oh, the
yeah.
the Velocidrome and the
Yep.
Generals. I
Yeah.
forgot the
I
drones.
forgot the drums. I forgot
Yeah.
the
They're
drums.
in Rise as well. But the many versions of
Yeah.
them are in Rise.
Yeah, they are.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
like the Velociprey and stuff like that. They're in Rise.
Yeah, they are. It's-
Oh my god, my recently bias. I should have known that.
I forgot about the drones completely.
Mm.
Like
Well,
the
because
first
you
one
got their,
fight
you got
Unite
their
as
head.
well.
You got their head. That
You
was
got
like
their
one of
head,
the
yeah.
main things of like fighting them.
It's
Love
really
the
cool.
drones, yeah.
Yeah. For another question, I'm trying to. Oh God, I was trying to think.
Get your script off your phone.
I ain't got a script for this, man. This is me just thinking of questions off the top of my head. What's the name of the status effect that the Gold Magala causes?
Frenzy. I thought it used to be in Rise. It's a frenzy virus.
It's really weird how that came about.
And to get rid of it, you have to attack the monster. And then you get affinity bonus when you get rid of it and attack the monster.
Which honestly, I think is a very cool mechanic.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to do when you use Savage Axe Slash with a charge blade. Because the amount of attacks the Savage Axe
Do
Slash.
you know what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I would like, right? And it's probably just because I've been playing something else. I would love if there was a monster that would when it gives you a status effect, you hit your friend. Like say you're in a park, yeah, like
it's like a confusion thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not
okay.
the stupid paralysis confusion thing where the monster actually with two different.
No.
abilities. Your character's what
I mean
happened?
like a kind of like
Like, no, one
rage
of the-
state or something.
Yeah,
you
one
know?
of the
Yeah.
monsters did something similar to that where it messed up the controls. I can't remember which monster.
Oh yeah, it like made you
Oh, it was the owl monster. It was what's it
Mephisto.
called? Mephisto.
Yep,
yeah,
it did.
Mephisto.
Yep.
Yeah.
It basically inverted all of your
Yeah,
controls.
Yeah, that was so
Yeah,
bad for
that was. Oh man, yeah, that was
frustrating.
that was a fight, definitely.
That was a cool monster.
That was a cool monster.
Mephisto was one of the more unique monsters.
Yeah, it was incredibly unique. I did enjoy fighting that. It
I
was good.
think just for sleekness and design and just pure efficiency of its armor and weapons, Odagaran is.
Oh, the
That-
Garen
that
as
is a
well.
very
Yeah,
unique-
you've got you look like obviously like a Japanese oni, very very cool.
Yeah,
design,
very
yeah.
sad.
So I'm just gonna make this the last trivia question because I feel like jumping into
Sure.
the tier list that'll be very fun. What's the highest sharpness you could have in the first Monster Hunter game?
Purple.
Purple?
Yeah, I think it's purple.
Do you think it's purple?
No, it's white.
You think it's white?
It's white.
And the
Yeah, I'm gonna say white, yeah.
First ever Monster.
first ever Monster Hunter game.
I
Yeah,
get
purple
white.
or white? Are you going purple?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's green.
Really?
It's actually green.
Green is the highest sharpness you could have in the Monster Hunter game. The first one that came out in 2004.
Why? I think it's because
That's traumatizing.
that is traumatizing.
Yeah, do you know how it felt for me going back into my PlayStation 2 save file and seeing that? I was like, green, do I not have any higher weapons? Those are my higher weapons. Oh man, that shit me up, honestly.
Bro, you need to put that up so you can see that.
I will need to. But the highest sharpness, believe it or not, I don't know if you guys would know this, but there is one that goes past purple, or past white, sorry, and it's a azure blue. So it goes back to like a blue sharpness afterwards. I can't remember which game that was in. I don't know if it's like...
That sounds like a Frontier thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like...
That sounds like a Frontier thing to me.
Yeah, Frontier was nuts, honestly.
I'm at kind of a loss and a disadvantage because all my knowledge on a lot of stuff is bowgun related.
Yeah.
I'm very specialised.
Hey, you've got to be, let's be
But
honest.
that's the thing.
You
Like,
say that, I'm not.
no,
yes.
but in terms of like melee, there is always like little nuances to it. But like the overall arcing, like how sharpness works and etc. Affinity, it all makes sense, right? But like as a bowgunner, I'm like, yeah, I don't have to worry about sharpness, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's so good.
That's good, it's just deviation and making your ammunition.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't have to worry about the ammunition. I just bought it.
Yeah, that's true, especially if you've got like millions, it's just like...
No?
You know, you could have just.
I know you could
I know,
probably
honestly, by the way,
consider-
see when I did like the combine, right? Like, because I made like a lot of fish. right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, because it was always question marks.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
you never
you
actually
couldn't
knew what
figure
you're
out, yeah.
making. Oh
So-
yeah.
I fished a lot in the game just because I enjoy fishing. No. I did fish in Monster Hunter. quite a
Yeah,
bit.
but it was you have to admit you hated it. As well.
Oh my
Like
god.
especially in trying stuff like that, the older games where there was specific fishing quests.
Yes.
Oh my god, there
Yes.
were. Oh my god,
Did
they
you
were
forget
the...
about
Oh,
them?
I did.
Where
They
you
were
had
the
to go.
worst.
Yeah, you had to go to like specific locations and hope and pray that that fish spawned at that location
Yes.
at that time.
Oh my
I
god.
tried to like fishing in that game.
No,
That's actually giving me PTSD.
I forgot about that.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I don't forget about it, sorry, but I just hated those missions.
Oh, I forgot about those.
But yeah, the combining element is, in that game was not that great to understand.
Yeah, because it must have been really...
You could buy combo books that told you how to do it.
Yes, that's true. I
You could
forgot
buy the
about
combo
that.
books.
But I know how...
that was later.
Yeah.
No, that was a right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I remember correctly.
yeah. But if I'm talking about Freedom Unite,
No,
Oh.
Freedom Unite gave you, you can mix these two things together. And you get
Maybe.
Question mark.
yes.
Well, the thing is, like, I can't imagine how it must have been for you seeing like these columns of question marks, making one of them and it says normal shot 1.
No. I said normal shot 2, and I'm like, but I need normal shot.
You
Like-
know,
Because like even back then there was like technically like the infinity of
Yeah.
like bowgun,
Mm.
but bullets. But like I think I got up to like high rank essentially.
Yep.
And didn't use anything above a rank 1 bow, like bowgun, like ammo, because I just didn't know. Until like when you get into the high rank, like they do in every Monster Hunter game,
the shop sells
the shop sells a high rank,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, oh, this is dope, and I thought that's how it worked.
Yeah.
Didn't know I could make ammo.
That's totally fair. I'm still trying to get the final upgrade. One thing I miss as well, getting shard weapons from mining. That was so
the
sick.
shard
They were
weapons,
cool.
that
Those
was
were
cool.
very, very cool. I remember I got them all. The last one I'm trying to upgrade is the Great Sword. I need 99 Earth Crystals.
I mean, yeah.
2.
What? Did you get your weed just to do that? 'Cause I'm not really sure we said back there.
Oh yeah, I brought the stuff over. I'm going to do it. I will do it at some point, trying to get that 99.
Yeah, bitch, gotta go mining.
I do,
See, the best
yes.
thing about that is I've got Ultimate for the DS, so I'll just play it with the DS before I go back to that.
Yeah,
I think I'll
okay.
try
I don't think any of my
Okay.
stuff works.
My DS.
Oh, no,
my Wii and my DS actually still like.
No, someone's recently stolen my Wii. But that's fine.
Someone stole your Wii. Okay. Need to get that back then. Right. What we're going to do? We're going to do the Monster Hunter tier list now. And then I was thinking, I'm going to read you a specific article when we get to that point. And then I was thinking we will watch and review this Monster Hunter animated special with the Excited A-lister. And we'll see how it goes. And then we get food.
Sure.
How do you guys feel? Feel good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's do it. Post-production. Okay, this is the Monster Hunter tier list.
Sure.
So obviously we've got our tiers. Trash, not bad, good, great, godlike, god tier. And I don't know if you know, but I've done it in the sharpness level.
I didn't notice that, you fucking nerd.
Thank you very much. I do try. There's the highest one for the first Monster Hunter game, which really shit me up. So, to start off, Great Gyros. What do we think about Great Gyros? Like fight-wise, design.
It's not bad.
It's not great.
No.
It's not. I think
It is what the monster's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Which is intro level sort of thing. It's the same as the Jaguars and stuff.
Yeah, it's like intro to the area. I feel like every area has like an intro monster.
Yeah, and I think it did a very good job.
Yeah, yeah, but we
But
think
it's not bad.
overall it's not bad.
Not bad.
Yep.
Not
Could-
bad.
Not
Could
bad.
be worse.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Toby Kadachi.
Actually, I think it's quite good.
I think it's great.
I like the design.
I think
It's
Toby
really
Kadachi
good.
is great.
I think it's good too. Will we pair that with Viper Toby Kadachi because they are quite
Sure,
like,
basically, Viper
similar.
Toby Kadachi is just poison cold Toby Kadachi.
But like,
basically.
but
yeah.
I think the Toby Kadachi, the reason I find it so highly good is because in that game everything had some sort of weakness to lightning, and it was the only lightning.
Yeah, that's a that's a criticized world
that's
for something like that.
yeah.
So like,
That's a
so I
criticism
think,
to this world.
yeah, I mean that's a criticism of world, but I think that elevates it slightly to me because it's more of a priority to do.
That's
And it
okay.
was a cool fight.
So
Yeah,
what do
it
we
was
think?
cool.
Good, great. What are we thinking?
I think it's good.
I'm
think-
on good. I'll go with good.
We'll go with good.
Yeah.
Okay, for both of them. Cool.
I know, man. I'm like looking at it and I'm like,
There's so
oh,
many
we're gonna be
fucking
here.
monsters, man. This is gonna have to be accelerated.
Oh, I
sometimes.
know.
All this cannot go into that video. This
Yep,
also has
I know
to be
there's a lot.
edited.
There is a lot. It will be. There'll be parts. I think part 1, 2, 3.
Cute.
Okay, so Odegarin and the Ebony Odegarin.
Great. I'd say great.
I think
Really?
they were great fights.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I thought it was good. Great monster as well. Bleed effect too, and then obviously Dragon Blight as well.
Yeah, it was
I think it's quite
it was a perfect environment. Like it was a perfect monster for its environment as the apex. It just
yeah,
phenomenal for me.
yeah. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, it was. It was alright. I was.
It was I.
Not
Yeah,
the
I
biggest
wasn't a
fan,
biggest
yeah.
fan. I like the monster in general, but
Mhm.
I wasn't. I wouldn't say it's thinking about 2 against 1 for being great. So just put it great.
Yeah, that's cool. See what I'll do. Yeah, I will put this in great.
Dodo Gamma.
Dodo Gamma.
It's God tier.
The whale
It's
boy.
just-
Whale
it's
boy.
got to be up there. Everybody loves Dodo Gamma.
You okay there, Stephen?
Sure.
You're not going to win the van vote.
I don't think you are.
God tier, Stephen.
Nah,
God tier.
At least put it down to God.
You want godlike? Okay, right. I'll put it in godlike. Okay.
Send me some sort of
You know,
mercy, please.
People are going to be unhappy about that. I'm just going to say that.
Alright, God tier. I'll pander.
You'll pander. Okay,
You say
you'll
this,
pander.
and then it turns out people have unhappy saying God tier.
Exactly.
Dude, legitimately.
There we are. Gore Magala.
I like the concept. I think it was. I think the
Concept of
of that
frenzy
monster was
as
so cool.
well. The design of the monster.
Yeah,
What we
God
think
tier.
of it? Godlike. Godlike. Yeah. Okay. We'll go with godlike
So
for that.
pissed that
Eh,
we're looking at Gore Magala at Godlike and Dodo Gama's
That'll be That'll be the meme. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Chaotic Gore Magala. As the next one.
Did you ever fight Chaotic or Magala?
I never did. No, I only
Pretty
fought
sure I did.
standard Gore
It
Magala.
did what Gore Magala did.
Basically, no. Do you know the war behind Chaotic?
Yeah, no, I know. But what I'm saying is like the fight.
Mhm.
I honestly can't remember. I did
Right.
fight it, but I can't
Okay,
remember too
sure,
much.
Yeah.
right.
But do you
Yeah,
remember
go
the lore behind it? Do you know the lore behind it?
I don't know. Tell me.
Basically, because Chaotic is basically stuck between just about to shed into Shiguru, but it stopped. It got interrupted halfway through, and that's why it's the way it is. That's essentially what Chaotic is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Interesting.
But like I said, I cannot really remember the fight too much. So
It was.
Yeah.
It
And
was.
it's a cool idea.
cool.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
Okay, so
I neutralize and put it in great
In great,
just because I
okay.
can't remember.
yeah, no, that's fine. Leshen and Ancient Leshen. This was for the Witcher crossover event with Monster Hunter World, where you got to play Geralt of Rivia, and you actually got a pretty cool sword and shield from it, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed the sword and shield. What do you guys think about this? I thought it was quite a good and interesting crossover event because obviously you've got Monster Hunters. Geralt's he is a Witcher.
Yeah,
he is technically a Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
As well, but thinking about the fight as well, for me there was a lot of bullshit in this fight. But I just did not enjoy fighting this thing.
Yeah.
But that's obviously that's just me.
I thought it was not bad, in my opinion.
You thought it was?
It wasn't bad. It wasn't too bad.
Like for me, like it wasn't something I truly remember that much.
Not too much. No.
Like when I think of like crossovers from World, Behemoth is the only
no one you remember.
the only one that like hits me.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it was the best one.
We'll go.
I would say
Not
yeah.
bad.
I would have
not
put
bad.
both of them in the same one.
No,
the
both-
Ancient Legend's completely different.
Yeah.
The Ancient Legend is 10 times harder than
That's
the
for
fucking
sure.
normal one. Have you ever actually fought the Ancient
I
Legend?
never fought it.
I did.
I've not beat it.
I fought
But
it.
I fought
but
it.
yeah.
Maybe I fought it.
What,
You might have fought it,
what
yeah.
did you think about the ancient one then?
Basically, as bad as I said, not put it in the same one because it's just harder again.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And the whole point of
So
it is it depends if you like difficult or not.
Yeah, well, of course. Everyone.
Say if you like a strong difficult.
Yeah, everyone likes a
then-
difficulty country.
No, they don't. No, they don't. How many people complained about Latreon?
There was a lot of people,
spike
yeah.
about that.
No, but you should.
Yeah, you should want a difficulty spike. You want to challenge yourself. That's the point. But yeah.
Absolutely.
So
And
yeah,
then
I
it
would
be a sweat your
put it in
efficiency,
good
that
just
In
for
good.
the sheer fact of challenge.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't the best
okay.
monster. I wasn't 200% on it, but
Mhm.
it was
Yeah.
not the worst monster.
Yeah. So, TC Yaku,
I just thought it was shit. It was just
trash.
Yeah, I didn't like
What do
it.
you think? Trash? Yep.
It's cool. The
That was
blind
easy.
thing was about the coolest thing about it. But
Yeah,
other than
yeah.
that, it's just a basic control.
It's just a
monster,
big chicken,
It's a
basically.
bit like cool.
It is, yes. Next up, the two monsters that have been in every single Monster Hunter game. But we'll start with King of the Skies, Rathalos. The OG.
I
Thoughts on
think
this?
it's controversial.
Right. Oh, it is.
I'm fucking sick of the Rathalos.
You're sick of it? Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just-
okay.
It's
yeah.
just constantly. Don't get me wrong. Changing some of the moves, like for example in Rise, it's
Mhm.
got extra moves that just make it a lot cooler to fight.
It's a bit more dynamic,
But
yeah.
it's still Rathalos. I don't get the hype. The statue of Rathalos is mine, for example, but I don't really get too much of the hype around Rathalos. I like the monster. I think it's cool, but I think it's a bit overplayed.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Like I get people hyping it up as this monster, and like it's the Rathalos again.
I think as well as it's went on, the Rathalos' moveset, although it's been changed, still
It's
every
still
time you're
Rathalos.
like, that's a Rathalos. Like one move doesn't change it.
No.
Okay.
But I will say great.
You will say great. Okay.
I will absolutely
What
say
do you
great.
feel?
I'll stay neutral. That's it. I'll go in with the votes.
You'll stay neutral, okay?
I don't honestly don't want to.
I
I don't
think-
know where to put it because
I do
like
agree.
away with the monster.
I do actually agree with you. It is in like every game, but for me, I'm constantly thinking about World. I'm thinking about like seeing it in World, like as like with us for a cinematic value.
Oh,
I
it's
thought-
destroying the fucking waterfall.
Yeah, I thought
First
it
time.
was I thought that was really cool. But I'm kind of basing it off that, going all the way back as well. It was interesting to fight.
It's like godlike.
I think I'll go with.
Godlike are great.
I think I'll go great. I think I'll go great with it. I thought, great fight. Like, I understand, obviously, the overplaying of it. Obviously, godlike and god tier, it's like a different
No, it's
level
I
as
don't get me
well.
wrong. I understand that the monsters and Monster Hunter are all
The most
sort of
iconic.
universal. It's
Yeah.
the most like one and is the most iconic
Yeah.
monster.
Mhm.
I get that they're sort of universal all over the Monster Hunter world,
Yep.
and they're all going to be in every game. That being in every game doesn't bother me. I'm just really sick of fighting as a main monster.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
No,
that's the main thing. I'm just like,
I get you.
if it's there, then it's there. But don't make me go fight it, please.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm sick of fighting it.
I think for me, I think the part of that bothers me, I fucking love fighting it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like the later stuff, not enjoying fighting it.
Plus the armor, I like the armor.
The armor- the
higher
armor's
rank armor
sick.
with the wee wings and stuff.
Yeah.
The
Yes,
armor, the armor's sick, And every time as well, it is one of the most efficient armors to use because like it always gives you like that maximum might. It always gives you like that critical.
Yep.
Like it's just so good.
It is great. Right, next up, Dread King Rathalos from Generations.
Did you fight Dread King?
I did fight Dread King.
I don't know if
I didn't enjoy fighting Dread King, but I thought.
Did you have Generations?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Again, it's hard for me because I can barely remember the fight.
Yeah,
Is that
I
long
can.
ago I played Generations? I can barely remember.
I can't massively remember it as well. See what I'll maybe do here? I'll maybe add another tier that's maybe not fought / yep.
Trash. No, I mean, I think for me, like the aesthetic of like the Rathalos, sorry, was enhanced with Dread King. Like it was just like fucking lethal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like if I do remember, it wasn't as bad as fighting the Silver Rathalos in that game.
Yeah.
My biggest thing for Silver Apples is Freedom Unite, so we'll wait till we get to that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But like the whole gimmick of specifically Generations and stuff like that was the
back
sharpness.
The sharpness,
Yeah. And the Dreadkin didn't do that. It was just solid challenging fight.
Yeah. With that, Azure Rathalos. I don't think it's too different from Rathalos itself. I think
Hello, Rathalos.
yeah,
Let's go, guys.
yeah.
Rathalos blue.
Personally, I think I'd put it in goods. I think I would put it down a tier because it's basically like Rathalos overfought it again. I think like talking about like your point of being like sick of fighting it. Oh, here's a blue version that's maybe got one move that's different.
I mean, I
see, I agree with that. Like, the blue version is just the blue version.
Yeah.
I understand the whole point of talking about the fights and stuff, but in my head, I'm just like efficiency.
Yeah.
Efficiency of the weaponry. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
No,
that's
I get you.
Like
No,
a
I
big
get that,
part
yeah.
of it as well.
That's
I'm
what
not
I
saying
still-
that's not this, but I
Yeah.
agree with you.
No, I think we're bringing everything into consideration anyway. I think still good though. It's not terrible. It's not great.
It's good.
And then the true King of the Skies.
I get PTSD from that one.
Silver Rathalos. This gives me an immense amount of pain as well, just fighting as well, especially like in Iceborne as well. Honestly, I think it's a great fight.
I think it's godlike.
It's a great challenge. I think this is where Rathalos should have developed instead of creating the Silver Rathalos. This is where Rathalos should have developed into.
Yeah, but I got PTSD for Freedom Unite for the Silver Apples.
Yes.
I think,
You're
but I
talking
think,
about sharpness and bouncing off that.
Yeah. But I think like they
I
kept,
love it. I love the coloration and plus it's good end game armor.
Yes.
For example,
Yes.
that's the armor I use now. Well,
Yeah.
but as a fight, it's not.
and Freedom Unite is horrible.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the other games is better.
Yep.
But not by much.
But for me, Freedom Unite was horrible.
Mhm.
My most fights, even though I've got the full Silver Raffles armor as well, I still remember the fight in Freedom Unite more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we feeling here? Floodlight, great, good. I don't think it's not bad.
No,
I think it's,
I
like,
don't think it's
higher up,
any of the
definitely.
lower tiers.
Yeah.
I think godlike for me, like
You think godlike? Yeah.
I do. But like it is a slog of a fight. I don't, and I'm trying to think like,
Freedom
is it
Unite
necessarily
was-
because it was challenging, or is it because it was the arbitrary?
And Freedom Unite wasn't
Push
very
up
challenging.
of the-
It just took
Mhm.
forever to kill Freedom Unite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it took forever to start breaking parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to sit in great then?
I'm sitting in great. I'm fine with
Sit in
that.
great.
Also, the way the opinions are on the website and everything, so people don't come at us.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, these
No, my
opinions are
opinions
not.
are absolute.
Yeah.
These opinions are purely personal,
No, they're not. They're absolute.
and that's it.
Except the fucking Dodo Gamma. Fucking
Everybody's universally loves Little Guy.
Fuck,
We
that's-
love our little round fat boy.
No, fuck that.
With this, Queen of the Skies, Rathian.
Don't ask him that. You know where he's going to put that.
Great.
You think it's great? Yeah. Thoughts? Did you know any from
No, I don't.
the very first Monster Hunter going all the way up to I believe it was 4? Rathian had no indicator for doing its flip.
Yep.
It just did its flip.
Yes, I know. because I taught him how to fight it.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm aware of when I was able to tell him when it was about to flip because I fought it and not him.
Yep.
So
I think
yes.
great is good. Well, great isn't good. Great is great.
Dread Queen.
Dread
Can't
Queen.
remember fighting it.
I can't remember
I
fighting it.
thought it. Oh my god, that was so good. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you
I mean, if you fought it, give an opinion. Would you want to put it?
I can't
thought it
remember
was-
the fight.
I genuinely thought it was better than the Rathian fight.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
So
but-
godlike.
And just put it at great.
Put it
would be
at
good.
great.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
because you guys haven't done it, so.
Oh, I have done it, but I'm saying I can't
Yeah,
remember.
you don't
the
remember
fight.
it.
It's that long
Yeah.
ago since
Yeah.
I've done it. I can't remember.
No,
the
dude, the poison.
fight. Plus, it's not like I'm going to go back to it because I really just can't
No,
function.
of course,
I
of
just
course.
can't function trying to play Generations. I'm going like this and going, I pressed the wrong button again.
I think that's what I love about being a bow gunner. I can just go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my gameplay doesn't change.
Honestly,
Yeah.
see the difference. See if you've seen the difference between me playing
Yeah.
Freedom World and then going back to Generations to try and use Insect Blade. Jesus Christ, it's hard.
That's so funny.
Honestly.
So, Pink Rathian now. I personally thought this was better than normal Rathian.
Mhm.
I thought it added a new sort of dynamic to it as well, but I just genuinely enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I thought it was good. I thought it was like a subspecies that wasn't just a recolor.
yeah.
It was.
It was its own sort of beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's been.
It's a pink Rathian. I'm not gonna lie,
We'll
to
put
me
it
it's a
in
pink
grey.
Rathian.
We'll put it in grey.
And the coolest thing about the pink Rathian is that instead of doing a static 360,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it does
actually,
if
the-
I did the flip.
Yeah.
slip
That was
instead.
very, very cool.
Yeah, it was
They
cool.
were. And then, True Queen of the Skies, Gold Rathian. Great, beautiful,
Yeah.
great armor set, great weapons.
Yeah, solid.
Just solid
It was, yeah.
monster. I think we're thinking great,
Yeah.
but it won't.
It is brilliant to see the Raphalos is in different tiers.
Yeah,
Just near enough all of the
All the
all the
Rathians.
Rathians.
It makes me happy because if it was up to me, Dread Queen God tier, Pink Rathian Godlike, Gold Rathian Godlike, normal Rathian, great.
yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, no,
It's a penis monster. Let's
So
go.
the next one, the Khezu
trash,
Penis
and the
monster.
red Khezu.
trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Did
Fuck that.
you not like the Khezu?
No.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
the thing. Here's the thing. I didn't mind some of the concept of the Khezu, but at the time when I fought the Khezu, I had half the armor value. Of you.
Oh yeah, because it was.
So if I got hit by any of its thunder, I was fucked because
Yeah.
I loved Rathian armor. Do you know what Rathian's weak to?
Is it thunder?
Yeah. Good job. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of this monster,
yes.
I have a particular article that I have to
Oh,
read to you both.
oh, is this the one you were talking
Yeah, this
about?
was the one I was talking about. The title is "The authorities need to look into the creator of Khezu."
Yes, they do.
Oh god.
And before the picture, there's a little blurb that says, "Khezu in Monster Hunter Rise makes me want to bleach my eyes and set my Switch on fire."
Yep.
And then
I know it.
in Monster Hunter, there are 3 types of wyverns: goofballs, ferocious beasts, and nightmares. Goofballs are low-threat monsters that typically have silly designs and gimmicky features, like Pookie Pookies, Bug Eyes, and the giant tongue of the Pookie Pookies like Bug Eyes and Giant Tongue, or Kuliyaku's boulder that it carries around like a baby. Ferocious beasts are the exact opposite. They're notable monsters and apex predators that have a presence that demands respect. They often resemble dragons or carnivores like Rathalos, Zinogre, or Teostra. And then there's nightmares. Disgusting abominations that never should have made it past the first pitch session. These nasty freaks are so painful to look at, it's hard to even fight them properly. I feel like every time I hunt one, I have to destroy my weapon and burn all my armor afterwards. Some monsters just should have never been born. And at the top of that list is Khezu. A wyvern so vile it's criminal. I mean it. I'm pressing charges on the creator of Khezu, whoever they are. One look at Khezu tells you everything you need to know about this nasty little guy. His rubbery, pale white skin is slick with mucus and covered in patches of broken blood vessels. It has no eyes or face, just giant lips and a set of busted baby corn teeth at the end of its extendable neck. There's no way around it. Khezu is a giant penis monster. Its head is a wrinkly penis that stretches to bite you.
and its tail is another smaller and somehow more upsetting penis. Disgusting things I've ever seen. But as it turns out, the more you learn about the Kezu, the worse it gets.
I thought the Kezu's tail was more like a butthole.
Anyway. Did you know that Kezu reproduce asexually? Yeah. They paralyze other creatures and inject their young directly into the bodies while they will grow to maturity, eating their hosts from the inside out. Kezu also has a suction cup tail that it uses to hang onto ceilings, where it can extend its long neck to ambush prey. Its teeth form rows like leeches. And as for the slimy membrane that covers its disgusting dick skin, no one knows what it's for. Maybe Kezu just likes to be moist. I hate to admit it, but Kezu has some interesting qualities too. It's the only wyvern that doesn't have a theme song. This is because the background music only plays once a monster sees you, and Kezu has no eyes. It also uses its suction cup tail to ground itself whenever it uses its electric charge abilities. If you get behind it when it charges up, I'm sorry, this is in brackets, I'm sorry, you can see its tail open up and allow several protrusions to fuse to the ground. I'm so sorry. Just before it unleashes a burst of electricity. Kezu also has acidic saliva that can melt through the floor of caves, because I guess being a giant dong wasn't enough of a gimmick. I'll do anything to avoid a Kezu fight. I don't let my Palamute fight Kezu for fear that he will bite the beast and then try to lick my face later. I would never mount a Kezu, absolutely not. In fact, I only use bowguns when I have to fight Kezu, because I don't want to get anywhere near that little bastard. Speaking of, take a look at Kezu's light bowgun.
Yep.
That's it. Kezu makes me nauseous, and I think Monster Hunter creators know it. Most wyverns look like fluffy dogs or angry dragons. Some even border on cuddly, but Kezu is a monster in the most literal sense. It's the kind of monster that lives under your bed and haunts you in your dreams forever. I was shocked and dismayed to discover that in Monster Hunter Rise. It's Kezu's 8th appearance in the series. Kezu should be banned and its creator should be jailed. If you wear armor made of Kezu's slimy dick skin, you belong in jail too.
It's a brilliant article, I love it.
And that article is by a guy called Eric Switzer. Thank you for that beautiful article.
It's beautiful.
Phenomenal stuff.
I'm sorry for your therapy.
Genuinely beautiful, my man. So, Kezu.
Fucking trash.
Trash. Trash.
Oh, that's
Trash.
not fault.
Red Kezu.
Godlike, actually, weirdly enough. No,
It's just a raw penis. That's all it is.
It's a sunburnt penis.
I hope Eric doesn't realise there's a subspecies of Kezu, because like that's another.
The red Kezu isn't only the only subspecies of Kezu.
Yeah.
There is another one, I believe.
I don't know, but I'm not looking it up.
Look it up.
Look it up. Look it up. You need to look it up.
Burn my laptop after this.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. I don't like it.
It's just red Kezu.
Is it just red Kezu?
It's theorised there might not actually be one. Oh, it's possible the red Kezu could very well be the normal Kezu, though the white ones commonly encountered in caves are albino due to genetic defects from the monster's lifestyle of being a penis.
Did you scream over it again?
Oh, it's still been going. It's still been going. Yeah. So we're all good, gentlemen. The next monster is the ship, not the ship. The Yan Kiku. Yan Kiku. Thoughts about this fight?
It's a gimmick. It's a gimmicky fight. Essentially.
Not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's
not
bad. Could be worse.
Yeah. Monobles.
Oh, that's just like the one on Diablos.
Yep. Literally.
It was a cool different Diablos, I guess.
Yeah.
That was a good Brit one.
Yeah, it was good. Good. Yeah. Good. White Monobles.
That was just a stronger Monobles.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it was, yeah, I'll put it in the same category. Pretty good. Diablos.
I don't like it.
I love Diablos, but like,
I like the monster, but I don't like fighting it. I hate fighting Diablos. I don't
Yeah,
know what it is.
yeah.
Just fighting Diablos is a pain in the arse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it is.
Fair.
I can fight it.
You heard the Sonic bombs.
Yeah, that's what even with Sonic bombs. It's just in general. I don't know why.
I know. I'm just going at you.
Just find it. Just find it a pain.
I don't know, man. I think the fight is cool.
No, that's what I'm saying. The fight is cool,
And the armor value is always sick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, we were on Diablo. I think it's a good fight.
I think it's a phenomenal fight. Well, not phenomenal, but not phenomenal.
I like the monster. I like the design. I like what it does. But the fight just pisses me off.
Yeah.
I think for me, the fight is a very good intro to Brute Wyvern.
Yeah.
Because most people wouldn't have thought of Monobloss.
No, Diablos is probably the first one that fought.
Diablos would be the
Monobloss
first.
it was only in 4.
Yeah.
So.
I'm feeling great about this.
I 4 guess. I think Monobloss was only in 1 of them. Did you write down what Monobloss was in?
Yeah, did you?
Let me have a look. Monobloss. Monster Hunter 4 Unite, but I think that's just the version. For Ultimate, yeah. So. Yeah, so we've got that. I'm feeling that this is pretty great. Like if we're talking about like intro to like Brute Wyvern, I get it can be a pain to fight. Totally understandable.
Yeah, I mean there's another monster that is a better intro to Brute Fast Wyvern. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Bloodbath, Diablos.
I like the Bloodbath.
Yeah. Generations of
it. You never fought it?
No, I didn't get it. I didn't have
the Warbind is cool.
Yeah.
The Warbind that basically is it's a Diablos to survive the fight. To survive over that fight with a hunter. It's a good dog rage. That's why he's only the 1 horn as well.
Very cool. What you've been good or great? I'm feeling. I thought it was
fucking destructive force to be reckoned with.
It is. It is.
Cool.
I think that's somewhat what makes it great. It's like not just the story behind it, like the design of the monster. Like it's like an addition to Diablos, you know. I'm happy to put it in great. Black Diablos. That's basically the female Diablos.
That was good. Everything I went into it.
Yeah, I feel it was good. Yeah, not really much else to it. From there, Basarios and the Ruby Basarios. I think it's just it. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put it in front of Keizu.
Nothing should be behind Keizu.
Nothing should be in front of Keizu either.
Always a side.
Yeah, always. Yeah, I feel like there was nothing really special about this. It was just a big clump of rocks.
Yeah.
Really, nothing too great about it.
I mean, I had the cool factor of like initially being like, oh, there's a bunch of rocks there. What is it? Oh, it's a fucking monster. Like.
Yeah, and then it dies off quite quickly. Yeah,
and you're just totally agree. It's just a standard ass monster.
With that, the Gravios and Black Gravios. I thought it was somewhat similar.
Very much so.
Kind of clump of rocks, but they are related. I'm pretty sure quite directly.
Yeah. And then there's like the whole like gaseous forms that they tried to do with the Gravios.
Yeah.
That was a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit iffy. What do you think, Gravios?
Gravios is basically the adult version of Bizarros.
Yeah, I think not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad.
I think
It's
it's
just
not
a
bad.
hunk of rock.
And with this, Seregios.
Oh, I had a bad time fighting that the other day.
I think I've generally had a bad time fighting this.
Oh.
I quite like it though. Like there's some.
I like
there's
the concept of the monster and his weapons. I like his weapons or his armor set. If you've got his complete armor set, you roll it sharpens your weapon.
I think that's really cool.
That's right. It's a cool little thing. I like that about it.
That even did well for Bowguns.
Yeah. What do we think? Good.
It's
Good.
You thinking it's good?
No,
I think it's good. You would say great. What do you think?
No, good. The fight itself, good.
Oh, the fight itself, good. Right. Okay.
The monster's concept, I think, is quite good.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to. We didn't have any ground rules for this, so I don't know what I'm basing it on anymore.
No, it's cool. We're just kind of basing it on everything, putting that all together, and then ultimately coming up with. Yeah, I think great. Yeah, fight was fine, but I think everything else around it pushes it.
It was so unique.
Yeah. Blue Yan Kitku.
Fucking godlike.
If I remember correctly.
Wow, Putting an oddball out there.
Going to go not bad. Astolos and Bolt Reaver. Astolos, I thought was a really cool monster concept. The fact that it brings up almost like it's like
You bought it right.
conductor. No,
That's
I've
quite
not fought
fun.
it right.
Oh, like,
No, it's
oh,
just
so you
like-
don't have
I
some
don't
break,
have
yeah.
some break. No, not
Is
at
that
the
right?
moment.
No,
But
I've been swallowed in the monster.
It was one of the advertised monsters.
No, I
in
mean,
Sunbreak.
no.
Okay.
Oh,
It's one that is quite cool.
well, now you know.
I genuinely.
It's
Spoiler.
It's cool to have a different.
I might get some breaks in.
It's cool to have a different Fate 4.
I think so. Yeah. I thought the Bolt Reaver Astolos was a bit.
I
Cool.
can't even remember fighting Bolt Reaver. I
Well,
don't
can
even
you
think I did fight Bolt Reaver.
It was very cool. Basically, when it kind of brought out its like horn, it was like
What was it in?
a lightning conductor.
Generations Ultimate.
That's it. It was in Generations Ultimate. Yeah.
The
It was
original
in
one was in 4.
Four.
It was Fate 4.
Yes. I
Astolos, Gravius, and
Gammoth.
Yeah.
That was very cool. Yeah. Where do we feel about Astolos?
Yeah, I think. Sorry, Astolos by itself.
Astolos by itself. Yeah.
No, I think it's good.
You think it's
Uh,
good? Yeah, I
yeah.
think it's good.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
good.
Bolt Reaver.
That's
Um,
your.
That's
That's
I
on me.
can't
That's on you,
remember
yeah,
fighting.
I would say good as well. I would say it's not quite great, but I thought it was good.
Yeah.
And now a couple of cool monsters. I see a few cool monsters with some quite cool.
Unique.
Yeah, unique like concepts. Palomu and Nightshade Palomu.
Yeah, Paloma Faith, yep.
Yep. thoughts on these? Oh well,
They
we'll start
were
with
they were
Palomu.
alright.
Palomu
Palomu
was,
was
I think
alright.
Palomu was like one of the introductory ones as well for
It was.
Coral
It's for
Highlands.
World. It was an introduction.
The name's
introduction.
Paloma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Paloma, okay.
Yeah.
The thing about World is I literally name
Yeah,
every
the nickname
other
for
monster
everything.
something.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it was alright.
I think not bad
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
Nightshade Palomu.
I think it was alright. Like,
I think it was not bad
wasn't a
either.
fan of bringing out what they did for World with Nice One. Basically, just bring out demons after. I am a very
Yeah.
nice after Ice.
Yeah. And I feel like
it was they kind of lost it for me. Like,
Yeah.
you did all this work for World.
I'll put no
basically color scheme, color change.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
it was like adding one or two moves
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
it didn't-
exactly,
it
yeah.
didn't change the
yeah,
vibe.
stick it not bad. Legiana.
I
think
love
it was great.
It's a great.
I think it's
War was
great.
so good.
It's straight into great. Shrieking as well. I think it's also
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
great.
that-
It's just basically.
It's just a harder version,
Yeah.
really.
It's the same thing as it's just a reskin of one of the monsters.
Our favorite chaotic boy that just attacks everything. Basil guys.
Yeah, Basil Brush, yeah.
But
Basil Brush, yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
B-52
Yeah,
ball.
the fact,
Yeah.
the fact that
Yeah.
it's
It's World's version of the devil.
yes, literally, yeah. It's equally as terrifying, and it's also having that enter a fight changes the complete dynamic of it as well, because you'll change the position of the monster is relative to where this thing's doing its bombing run. With
Yeah.
B-52 coming in, you're like, oh, I know where
I know where I'm
I'm getting the
standing.
monster. Yep, exactly. And I think that's what made this so cool. Same with seething Basil guys as well.
My
I
only
think
critique,
my thing would be the great. I don't think they're godlike.
Yeah, I don't think they're
God's
godlike. I think great's fine.
Great or good.
my only,
Their
my
roar
only,
as well was
yeah.
so iconic too. Yeah.
my only critique though was, by the time you actually got around to getting a quest for the Basil guys,
You've already fought it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you already
Yeah.
fought it, which fair enough. You add to the mystery and stuff like that.
Yep.
cool. But then the gear just ended up being really trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the dynamic of that being a hostile hostile monster to everything was sick. So
Yeah.
I would say good for me, but y'all want to go
That's what I
great.
said.
I think
I said
great's good.
or
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say good.
So Tigrex now.
That was the boy
That was the boy you were talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he is throughout all the games genuinely godlike. Genuinely.
Yeah.
He's one of the monsters I'm not actually too fussed about seeing. As in not seeing it. As in like for Raffles, like I said, I'm kind of Tigrex isn't the same.
Yeah.
Thing. I actually Tigrex gives
I-
a bit more of a challenge
Yeah,
for me
I
than
love
Raffles
Tigrex.
does.
Yeah. Yep, godlike.
And its
Yeah.
roar
I think
hurting
so.
you is one of the better
Yes,
concepts
that-
in the game.
that is
It's quite
definitely
cool.
awesome.
Also, like back when as well, like him running head first into a wall
Getting
and
stuck
then
into a
screwing,
wall,
yeah,
yeah.
getting stuck into the wall. It's so good.
It was, yeah.
Oh,
It was quite
genuinely.
cool.
Yeah, genuinely godlike. I don't think there's any other place he can go.
Grimclaw Tigrex.
Never fought it.
I've actually never fought this either.
I don't think
It's either that or I can't remember fighting it.
No, I've not fought it. I knew it was a thing, but I
Okay.
never fought
Not fun it.
Straight in and not fought. I don't know why
it. Giraffe.
it's got this is Gypceros. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
Gypceros,
Yeah.
yeah.
So weird, their names are so similar, I get mixed up all the time. Trash. Not bad. Oh, I don't know.
You immediately went.
Yeah, immediately, yeah.
I did, yeah, sorry.
Don't
I
get
was
me
like,
wrong.
No,
It's just a
fine.
flashy boy. It's a bit
It's a
similar to
flashy boy,
It's a bit
yeah.
similar to Tetsu.
you know what? We'll put it in not bad.
No,
I
it's
can't-
a buggy piece of shit.
I don't think-
and it pretended to be dead.
Yeah, it was a buggy piece of shit. Fuck it.
Oh, but that wasn't a bug. That was a
Wait,
feature.
no, look, listen, right. It's either we put it not bad or we put it next to Keizu. And I think
No, we can't
There's
do
a
it.
gap.
We can't
I
do
think
that.
there's
We
a
can't
gap.
do that.
We
We can't
can't.
put it next to the cat.
a Brute Tigrex.
It's a hard target.
I think it's a harder
But
Tigrex.
it's just a flat-
so good.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's
good,
either godlike or grey, honestly. You know what? Let's go with grey.
I
It
think
is
swap.
harder.
I think swap them.
If you're gonna do that, yeah, swap them.
You think swap them?
Just
So
'cause it's a harder target.
is that, yeah, that's very true. So we'll put,
And it's roars. That is really bigger than
yeah, it is. The roar is larger.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted, guys.
No, I think the Tigrex goes up there and the Brute doesn't.
You think the brute's in great?
Yeah, because
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
because
yeah.
the Tigrex, yeah, it's just a Tigrex, but like the significance of the Tigrex and what it does.
Okay,
I think it
yeah,
goes
yeah,
there.
And then molten Tigrex
I thought it
as
That
well.
was
It was very, very difficult fight. I think put it in great as well because, like, you know, it's Tigrex as well.
Yep.
It's like, you know,
Yep. Again,
it's definitely up there. I think, and then another very iconic monster, Nargacuga.
I love it.
Nargacuga's phenomenal. It's genuinely,
honestly god tier for me.
yeah, god tier. Yeah. I think it's
I like it.
incredibly,
Um,
incredibly iconic. Yeah.
There's another monster that I think would be better and safer. Nargacuga, yeah.
Yeah, what we think? I think
Godlike.
either I think godlike.
Godlike.
Yeah, we think godlike. Yeah.
I
I think very, very iconic, very cool fight.
We just
really
like
cool
fast
monster.
boys.
Yeah, but so far the godlike tier, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is
very true.
really like if you ask me, like as a bow gunner, I wouldn't say any of them because they suck to fight.
Yeah.
But just in general,
Yeah.
monster
Yeah,
line.
in general.
We do have Silverwing as well.
I can't remember
I
much.
can't
of
remember
Silver
much about this fight either.
I did fight it,
unfortunately.
but I
Yeah.
can't remember.
You remember much about fighting it?
Not overly.
Okay, I'll put it in not fought then. And then green Nargacuga. It's just a reskin. I didn't enjoy. I don't
It wasn't. No, I wasn't the best. Green
like
Arc-
direct.
it
I
was
want-
poison was it? Not, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but that was kind of it, really.
Anything.
No.
I'm fact checking myself.
No, that's cool.
That's what I'm.
I'm tempted to just put it in good because, like, yeah, it's Nargacuga, but it's also like it's a reskin. So it's
Yeah,
kinda like
yeah. No, I mean honestly, yeah.
Yeah. listen, Nargacuga, phenomenal, genuinely brilliant.
It goes in the
It just heightens the concept of the Nargacuga being this like stealth apex predator. And now it's like, I am at the height of stealth because you cannot see me, and the fact you can only see its eyes when it's angry.
That's insane. It's such a cool
That's a nice
visual.
design thing.
Yeah.
I'm feeling god tier.
Yeah.
Or godlike.
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 Sure. Yeah, cool.
Giganox.
We'll try his answer to the Kezi.
Baleful Giganox. Yep, same place. Barioth.
Ariel. Great.
Great.
That's great.
I think it's great. Genuinely. Great fight, great concept
Why
of a
do we
monster.
just really like fast wyvern?
We do really
Like
Yeah,
fast
we
and
do.
far.
Sand Barioth.
The sand barrel.
It's a sand barrier.
I'm
It's
putting it,
barrier
I
up
think
the
in
sand.
good. Same
Okay.
with Green Nargacuga. Same concept, just in a
Yeah.
desert. Frostfang
I
Barioth.
really enjoyed Frostfang.
Like the fact, the lure of having a Barioth that's like aged and it's, yeah, I think
Godlike.
godlike.
Yeah,
I think godlike.
Frostfang.
Yeah, I think genuinely godlike. A purple Gypceros.
You know, weirdly, godlike, yeah.
Get a load of this guy.
No, trash.
You trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
I was the biggest fan of that monster personally.
Okay, into the trash it goes. I
Cantor. No. Probably one of the larger.
You nearly got that messed up, didn't you?
I
You
almost
nearly
did.
said the Frost version.
I almost did, yeah. I think it's okay. It's just a big
it's not
guy
bad.
that moves really slow.
I like it, like, it hits like a truck.
It does, yeah.
It might move slow, but it hits like a
Yeah,
truck.
it
Not
really
bad.
does.
It's not bad.
I think it's not bad.
You don't want to do just do his partner before you do that one.
Yep, Ukanos.
It's like I said, it's most of the ice version.
Kind of the
Different
same.
things, but
Kind of the same. Not bad. Fatalis.
Gotcha.
see,
It's
I just think it's a basic normal dragon,
yeah.
personally, because it is literally the original Elder Black Dragon.
Yep. Mhm.
It is a black dragon. I guess I should do others. There's four confirmed black dragons.
Yep.
Three confirmed black dragons that aren't just variants of. There are two of them
Yeah.
aren't just variants of. Vitalis. There's Vitalis, Crimson Vitalis, and White Vitalis.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't get me wrong, they're cool monsters.
Yep.
But they are very just They are just a dragon of
Yeah.
a dragon. They are just like every stereotype dragon.
Yeah, but I mean,
Lore-wise, they are amazing. I think it's brilliant, the lore behind them.
Yeah.
but I think as well as a fight, for it to be a dragon, and pull it off the way it does, I think that says something.
Just like them well.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Yeah, I thought it world. Yeah,
Did you fight it in worlds?
yeah. I mean,
I like. Don't get me wrong. I like it.
fighting
Yeah.
the previous ones. It was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, fighting it in previous ones was pretty rough, but
Iceborne, yeah, elevated it, but I mean, a lot of
Mm.
it sounds dumb, but like a lot of monsters really did get elevated with
Yeah,
the update
with
of
update of
world.
world.
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's just like with the technology, the visuals that they had. It was on console. You had kind of more to play around
and there
with.
was a lot more. There was a lot more movement.
So I think it's great.
You think it's
I
great?
don't think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a job like
Okay.
Monty,
Okay.
but I think
Yeah, I'm happy with great. And here we are at the original Siege fight.
Lao
Oh,
Shao
my
Kahn.
Lao Shao Lung.
That was running away from Vitalis.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think
Oh, that's
the
the lore,
lore
right?
behind that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
The fight itself, it's so strung out. It
That's-
is.
that's
That's
'cause
probably
it's
the
an
worst
old-
part.
Because it's part of the old game. So it's
Exactly.
just that.
Yeah, and it is just a really long fight. But I
The
think
first
for
time you do it though, cinematically.
Yeah.
yeah, it really is.
I'd
As-
put it in good just for that. Just the cinematics. Sort of
Yeah.
thing. The first fight
Okay.
in the older games.
Yeah,
like the monster fantasy.
Yeah.
Kinda,
Same
yeah.
with Ash and Lao Shalom, stick that in the same category
Yeah.
because it's,
Yes.
it's Kirin. I have never not been hit by the Kirin's like hind leg kick. I get hit by that every single time.
Yeah.
It has very clear indicators it's going to do it, and I still get flung through the air. A cool monster. I
I
love
have-
the weather effects it has. I think it's pretty cool.
Hit by it and
That's because you're not close enough to get hit by the hang leg.
That's because you're up a mountain somewhere after climbing there for 5 minutes.
Another,
let's
that's
not even
a,
talk about stamina.
Yeah.
I like how it's just completely passive until you attack it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Karen does not attack you. You can walk
Yeah.
along the side of Karen in the game.
Mhm.
In World, for example, you can walk alongside it and won't attack you. but
Yeah.
you attack it.
well, I mean, it's
think
based
that's
on
really
like
cool.
it's based on like a mythos of like
Yeah.
But it's cool.
yeah,
Like, I like the monster.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good monster. It's the strangest, one of the strangest Elder Dragons. Though.
I will say
Yep.
it got improved.
Mhm. Yeah.
Karen is good. Its other variants way better.
Where are we thinking about this? Good, great. What
I
are you
think
thinking?
good for me.
You think good? Yeah, good. Orochi, Kevin.
That's the
That is the variant. Yeah,
And that's great.
yeah. I think that's
That's
great.
way better.
It's so phenomenal. Just the design of it, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Fantastic.
We'll get a couple different opinions on this monster.
Sure.
Kashala Deora.
It stops me flying from the air. It makes me sad.
It stops anyone really getting near it unless you
Trash.
have wind rays.
It was
Trash.
worse than Unite.
Trash.
I'm not a fan of it either.
Yes.
Seeing
Yeah.
Unite, it was such a pain in the arse.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if
think-
you didn't have wind rays, considering, especially since we were younger kids when we were playing Unite, we had no idea what the hell the skills were.
Yep.
Not even
For the most
wind
part.
res. Not even wind res. As a bow gunner,
Mm.
I just couldn't hit it.
Yeah.
I had wind rays. I was using great sword, remember? So every
Yeah.
time I went,
No,
to
no,
Unite,
but like
I had to stay basically at the furthest away to try and hit his tail or his head.
Mm.
And even then, it moved that much that you can always hit the head.
I had to
Yeah.
hit the small little tap of the tail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just trash. But,
Just trash. Moving on.
no, I think it's,
I think the weather effects it had in World were really cool.
Yeah, I
But-
thought it's like visually it's phenomenal.
Visually
it's
phenomenal.
nice looking.
And the fight later on wasn't bad.
Yeah, the
There's
fights.
also one of those elder dragons that just looks like a normal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a basic
But
fucking dragon.
there is also the problem that during the fight as well, you have so many tornadoes to deal with.
Fun world.
It's like, how can you get close to it and then it gets angry and it's got obviously the wind pressure
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
it.
But I mean, World did that a lot.
I
it's
think
it's to me it's not just an annoying fight.
I think I want to say not bad.
Which drops it down for me.
I don't think it's trash.
I don't think it's no, I think it's trash, but I'm okay with not bad.
You're okay with not bad?
Yeah.
Are you,
Yeah,
what do you
yeah.
feel? Not bad. I think
that Rusty can just get out.
Rusted, trash,
Yeah, no, yeah.
straight past boiler room. Cool. Lunastra. Kind of the female version of Teostra.
Kind of. It's
I-
a female version.
I
Yeah,
think
well, yeah, it's-
I
yeah.
think I enjoy Lunastra fights, and a lot of them more than I like Teostra's.
Yeah.
I'm saying that generation Rise, sorry, I think I was like Teostra's better.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it says. I think it's the world one.
Mm-hmm.
I think the world killed my enthusiasm for the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah. That's-
Teostra.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So what we thinking? We thinking not bad, good, great.
Lunastra's great for me.
Lunastra's great for you.
Go for
Yeah,
it,
yeah. I think great. Yeah, honestly.
Forbidden Love Child.
The Yan Garuga, sorry, Yan Cuckoo. That one's
That's the Forbidden Love Child.
yep, it is.
From Young Cuckoo and
yeah.
the Raffian.
Yeah, Yan Garuga.
That's the worst bit.
I kind of love this monster. I genuinely enjoy it. I think it's really good, really dope.
What do you think, Ron?
You think it's meant?
Yeah, but you have to remember, I'm talking about the Freedom Unite as well as Rise.
Yeah.
Because the Freedom Unite one's a pain as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not Rise, sorry, World, but it was in World, it was a pain.
Yeah.
It was cool to see it reappear. Like, it was very
Yeah.
sort of a throwback to, I've not seen that monster in so long.
Mm-hmm.
And it was much better to fight in World.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it was the worst, but it's definitely not the best.
I thought it was not bad. Yeah, I think it was good. But
I'll put it not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Teostra, I think great. Lunastra.
Oh,
What we
their
think?
supernova combo in World was so cool.
it was sick. Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
combined
I would-
attack
I
was
would-
so cool.
If we were put that caveat, both of them would be godlike. But
Yeah.
right
But
now,
it was visually just so cool.
Oh yeah,
gorgeous.
yeah. Visually, it
if
was,
you
yeah.
watched it and died,
Yeah.
but if you didn't watch it, you like if you didn't want to see the combo, you had to run.
Yeah.
like-
So it was like either I
Or
part
what you
once
do,
and I
or
see
what
the
you do
beauty.
is you turn the camera around whilst you're running towards the screen
Yeah,
and
true,
just
true.
watch it that
True,
way.
true, true.
That does work that way.
No, bro, I just booked it
Yeah,
every time.
bunch of dope Elder Dragons coming up. Starting off with Chameleos. It's
And Rise is actually put not as bad as.
Yeah,
And Rise
no,
isn't as
no,
bad.
I have fun
But-
with Rise.
Yeah, as I say, United was a pain because
Yeah.
it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
to
I think it's cool.
find.
I think that's a cool concept.
It is a cool concept. It was a nightmare to find in
Yeah.
Rise and United.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
you have to,
Because you had to paintball it to make sure
Yeah.
you could see it.
And
it
then
would
every time it-
completely went invisible.
yeah,
and then when it went invisible, it would wash off the paintball.
yeah. Do you think good? Do we feel
Yeah,
good
yeah,
about this?
well,
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah.
good, yeah.
I think yeah. I
Yep.
think it was fine. Next up, I need to actually look at how the fuck this is actually pronounced. Yamatsukami,
Oh, I never
the
thought
big tentacle moss monster.
that. I never thought that.
It's fine.
It was okay. Yeah, it was fine.
It's okay.
I never thought it.
I think not bad.
I've seen
Yeah.
people fight. it.
Not bad.
No, I think good. I think good.
You think good?
I
Yeah,
think good.
yeah.
On that one.
yeah. That's fair. I'd be happy with either of these, honestly. Sadius
I
and
like this.
Goldbeard series. I liked it. I liked the fact that it was part of the story. Dope. Really, really dope.
I thought the look of it, the armor.
Oh, the
everything
armor
was
is the
sick.
best.
The
I
ar-
love
the
armor.
Helios
Anubis
armor.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so cool. Also, the fight,
I enjoyed the fight.
the soundtrack.
Yeah.
The soundtrack was great. I think great.
Tell me you're not a Bogana. Tell me you're not a Bogana.
I think they were great.
So bad. But yeah,
Next
I think it
up,
was good.
we've spoken about this.
Oh, that's
you know, during the
godlike.
episode.
I love the good
Jen Moran and Harold Jen Moran.
The Gemran's godlike for me. I love
I
the
th-
Gemran.
yeah, I
I
think,
love fighting that
yeah,
thing.
I think God, like, I think it's pushing God tier because it's so
we need
great.
something that's not the fucking Dodogama up in God here. We need
Um,
one.
I think as well it's really cool when you get knocked off the Gen Moran.
Just
Yeah, I know, just a little whale boy there. I think it's also really cool when you get knocked off Gen Moran.
Yeah.
That you're on the back of the boat and you're like actually like pulling yourself up. I think it's genuinely phenomenal.
And like you go on your little mining adventure,
And then you have to break the points on it
yeah,
as well.
no,
and
it's sick. It's
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 great.
a really good one.
So-
It's
I enjoyed
phenomenal.
playing it. I enjoyed it.
and then when you get there to that final battle,
And
Oh,
it's
when you do
coming
enough,
towards
when you
you.
do enough damage to it, and then
Yeah.
you get
Yeah.
to the final battle.
Oh,
yeah, final
phenomenal.
stage, sick.
Final stage.
So good.
Okay, final call. What do you think?
Godlike.
You think
I like
godlike?
Godlike.
You think
That's
godlike?
just a monster I really
Yep.
enjoy fighting.
Godlike. Yep.
I really
Same with the
enjoy
Hallowed,
fighting.
I think as
Yeah, 'cause
well.
it's just the same fight.
Yep.
Just,
Yeah.
just the same fight, just a bit
Just same fight
stronger.
harder.
And then Darren Moran as well.
See, because it was after
Jen.
Jen.
Yeah.
It's a similar fight to Jen.
I think
for
if they
me.
did it the
It
other way,
just-
it would have been better.
Yes.
No, if
Because
they
it's
did,
kind of
even if they
believable.
did it the other way, it would still be the same for me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was just
Yeah.
the same fight,
I
just
mean-
slightly different monster.
Technically an Easter egg in the Monster Hunter movie as well, with the Darren Moran skeleton as well, which was,
That's in the Monster
which was
Hunter
very,
movie.
very
It's quite
cool. Um,
I couldn't get past Mila Jovovich ruining something.
It's okay. No, but honestly,
Yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
coolest. That was one of the
No,
coolest
honestly,
Easter
I
eggs
watched
I've
that on
seen.
release.
Yeah.
I watched
So-
that on release and I can't remember much about it.
What
Don't
do
get
you
me wrong,
feel?
I don't think it's the worst one.
You put this in Godlike as well, great.
I prefer General.
Great. Yeah.
I think great. I think great's fine, yeah.
I fucking loved it.
Alatrion.
I loved it. I loved it. Even though everybody hated it, I loved it.
I loved it in Try. I loved it in Try Ultimate. I loved it in World as well.
I honestly, I enjoyed fighting it and try, but I love it. Even though it was hard as hell,
Yeah.
I love fighting.
I think it's Godlike.
Yeah.
Pushing God here.
Yeah. I think-
See, because of how much I actually enjoyed the whole having to
Yeah.
It was
having to actually build
yeah.
specifically for fighting.
It was the most agency you had as a solo player.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's all good, like fighting this hard boss with like people and stuff like that. Well, cool, but like the actual doing it yourself,
Yeah. If you're trying
crafting
to
that
do it yourself,
specific
yeah.
gear,
Yeah.
making sure you have all these different like
To the
niche
point-
shit.
To the point when it came out, I had two different builds.
Yeah.
Event Quest came out for it
Yep.
as well. Like, I had the Event Quest started off with fire mode. I had an ice mode
Yeah.
build.
Yep.
I had an ice build with it started off with ice mode. I had a
Mhm.
fire.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
very adaptive. So
Yep.
yeah, I would say
So-
because I also want
me is
some-
God tier.
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
it's
sorry,
got to-
something
just
other
'cause
than
of the way
Godlike.
Yeah. I think
I'm
that's
just-
the only reason.
that's-
Yeah, I genuinely think God tier the way it manipulated all of the elements as well.
And
The
its ultimate move.
its ultimate move, phenomenal,
So good.
visually stunning. It was a build up to a point. Like that was like the epitome of being a Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Was this definitely God tier?
Go with that.
Hands
love
down. Amatsu next up.
I like it.
I thought it was cool.
I like
monster.
I like the concept.
Really cool fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It was
dope.
great.
I think great. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it was
think
great.
straight in great. Deadeye Yangaruga. Not bad. Not
Which
fun.
one's Deadeye? I
Deadeye?
can't remember. No,
I
can't
actually
remember fighting
cannot
it.
now either.
I don't think I fought Deadeye.
Not fought. Not fought. Dire Morales.
I'm
From
You and I
Childhood.
fought that quite a lot.
We did fight it quite a lot. I thought it was an interesting fight. The fact that it was in this kind of like almost like this bay area and it was like slowly walking up.
The
On
war
the
that
beach.
area is cool. I like the war for that
It is, yeah. There is some cool lore behind like the area. Like
Why the war is red.
it was quite a cool like point to fight it in. You know, between
Another
like the
black
underwater
dragon as
and
well. Same as
Exactly.
Talos and all that.
yeah. I think it was good though. I don't think there was anything too.
No, it's good.
Stand
it's good,
out.
Yeah.
I think good, honestly.
I mean, the climbing section.
Yeah, the climbing sections were actually
Yeah,
interesting
but
as well.
it's good.
There were certain points you could climb to where I think there was ballistic.
Oh, I thought you mean
can
those
fire
ones,
at it.
right?
Yeah,
I thought you
yeah.
meant climbing the monster.
Oh, no, no.
Climbing the monster.
No.
Shigura Magala.
Shigura Magala. I think like the story progression in 4 for that was quite good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really
I
good.
thought that was pretty great.
How Shigura Magala sort of, you've seen it hints of what it could be transforming into something and just this elbow dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you-
I think great.
yeah,
Honestly,
great,
I think it was
yeah.
great. And then Dalamadura.
I like that one.
Don't fight.
Oh,
Don't
yes.
fight. Don't
It was
soundtrack.
unique.
Don't
It
monster.
was a very unique fight.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
For coming out.
Yeah. You think good?
Yeah.
You think good?
Yeah,
You think good?
Yeah. I think good. I think for like the skill of
I
fight.
could bump with the great.
Yeah.
I like the monster.
Yeah, I
just
think
like
it-
the concept of the whole. It was a snake elder dragon.
I'll happily put it in great as
And
well.
plus, it was one of the
Same
sort of
with-
first
But,
ones as well. Nagaraja. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
It's another. It was one of those ones that
Mm.
proper.
Yeah.
The fight for me felt a little stale.
Yeah.
Like
You know,
after.
like he hit the smallest platform. You could basically run up at that. But
Yeah.
I get that. No, I get that. But it was to me. It was just,
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
especially
it's
the unique
for the
fight.
I'll
aspect
shove-
of it. It
They
was
never,
unique.
they
Yeah.
never really done it before. Like that way, if you know what
And I don't
Yeah.
think they've done it after, really.
Yeah.
That's just
for a
probably
reason,
didn't look-
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll shove
Yeah.
Shalamadur in there as well.
Sure.
Okay, I need to try and pronounce this one. Gogo Mazios as well. Yeah.
What is it?
Gogo Mazios.
What's the one I think it is? Oh, it is the one I think
Oh.
it is. It's Gomagios.
Yeah. You
That's
think that wrong.
Yeah, it's Gomagios. That's
Yeah,
why I think
Gogo
it's-
Mazios.
Oh, Gogo Mazios, so sorry.
He's
my
typed
bad.
Go.
Yeah, that's
Go.
what I mean. That's what confused me. I'm like, I don't know what that is. That was the other one I was thinking was a black dragon. By the way.
Yeah. Ah, right, okay. It kind of looks like a Cephadrome when they kind of in a mix that Plesioth as well. It's almost like
Yeah, it's got a
shark
face on
head.
it.
Yeah.
No, it's got a face underneath it. See when it
Yeah.
looks up for it.
Yeah.
It's a molten face.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's.
I do
I'm
not
assuming you don't know
remember
much about it.
I
No,
haven't
I
fought it.
really
I've
don't
not
know.
fought it, but I've seen people fight
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I've seen
Okay.
people ping about it.
Sticking the knot.
It looks
thought.
cool though.
Yeah, but
Looks cool.
the concept of it and stuff that's quite cool. It's all
Would be
tar.
excited to see it.
Yeah.
It's like tar and stuff like that. It's quite
Yeah.
cool.
There's the Nakarkose, which is this one. I need to look it
I
up.
know what it is. Nicholas.
Oh, Nakarkos, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember this one.
That's it. I remember this one.
That's a sick monster.
That was a
I remember
phenomenal-
this
The
one.
tentacle, the sort of tentacle heads changing elements that
Yeah.
I picked up was quite cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think great.
Yeah,
Great
that
fight.
was great. Yeah,
Great fight, cool monster.
Using the different like brachydus and
Yeah, the elements stuff.
yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
So cool.
Valstrax.
Rocket powered elder dragon. I love
Gotcha.
the power strats.
Gotcha.
I think
I
it's.
think it's quite cool.
I
like-
think it's
the
it's
concept of
so
it's so good.
it's so cool. Just like seeing it, fighting it as well. Sick. I
But
think.
Rise, it was so good. It was good.
I think
It was
Godlike
good
Lord.
in Generation.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
like came in
I never bought it in Generation Four. So my objective query is constant rise.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal.
Even though technically it's a different version.
I mean that's doing a mecha dragon, correct?
Yeah.
Technically it's a different version of Rise. I know. It's a very elder dragon of Rise.
Oh
Yeah.
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 'Cause it's
Crimson Gold.
crimson, it's
Crimson
crimson.
Gold.
Comes the boss.
Yeah. You're saying God here.
Godlike.
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 Godlike. Yeah.
I think it's a brilliant
I think
concept.
Godlike.
For it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a very well done elder dragon.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
I just like his design.
Yeah.
Again, we really like fast.
We like fast. And,
We like the fast
Yeah.
boys. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
well, look at that. Look at our whole top one. The slowest thing in the whole godlike Gen Moran.
It's Jen Moran, but that's literally like in the spectrum. Everything else is up here. Jen Moran's
Even then,
way down here.
technically they'll be fast as well because
Exactly.
they're going through sand all
Yeah,
day.
exactly. Yeah,
Basil Gaius is probably the slowest one.
probably. Zora Magdaros this time.
It's just a mountain.
It's
Yep.
just
It's by the sounds
a
that
big
wasn't
sword, right?
the biggest fight about Zora Magdaros was Nargothrond.
Was fighting there again.
That was
Yep.
cool. That
That
was
was cool. That was
Yeah.
cool. That was cinematically cool.
But
But,
Zora
Zora
Magdaros
Magdaros
was
is very
I think not
platform.
bad.
yeah, it was
I think
about
not bad.
Platform for cinematic.
Yes, I totally agree. Speaking of,
Nergigante.
Nergigante is up next.
Godlike for me.
Yeah, I
I
think.
think it's brilliant. I think it's a cool concept.
Such a
An
dope
elder
concept.
dragon that just eats other elder
Yeah.
dragons.
Yep. I think. Yeah, absolutely. Either God tier or Godlike. Yeah.
For me, it's godlike. I would say quite
Phenomenal.
god tier because
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it in the same boat as Eladrin.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm
Or
saying
the
that.
Dodogama.
Okay, that's fair. I think.
Or
I think
Dodogama,
Godlike
nothing
as well.
to beat- Nothing to
Eh,
beat the puppy boy.
Same with a Runer Nergigante.
Runar
I think Runar added.
adding to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very little, but it added.
Very
Yeah,
little. Yeah, that's good. I'll put it in Godlike as well.
Sure.
And then Scarred Yangaruga.
Scarjanger was the ones in WoW.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Yeah, in the Guiding Lands. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
That
it.
was cool.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it added a little bit more to
Yeah, not bad.
the fight. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah. Valhazak.
As much as I fucking hated the like some of the fight.
Yeah.
It was sick.
It was great.
It's quite cool.
It's a even its roar as well. The sounds it made, I think great.
The
Yeah,
beam
great.
not so much.
Yeah, the beam. Yeah, that was the effluvium.
Yeah.
So difficult to deal with, but I think great. I think it was a great fight. I thought
Yeah,
it was really cool.
added a new affix.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'll put same with Black Veil, Balthazar.
Black Veil was
Black Veil
worse.
was a bitch.
Such a pain in the arse.
Well, we put it in great as well.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
great,
yeah, cool. Xenojiva.
We were beating up a face.
That's
basically what
basically
is.
the kind of
Baby
newly
Sappho.
born baby Sappho Jiva.
I enjoyed it. I think see
I like
for
the fight. Yeah.
the way the thing moves and stuff like that, like it's been programmed, it's been made to move like anything.
Yeah.
Like essentially like a juvenile version of
Yeah.
something bigger.
Yeah, totally.
And it's quite cool,
Yeah.
like his beams and stuff like that. It's trying to find itself. Even falls over when it does certain moves. and stuff like
Yeah.
that because it's
Literally
basically
just been born.
literally
Yeah.
just been born.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Which again, so far.
It's a bit messed up.
yeah, it's
don't get me
messed
wrong,
up,
guys,
yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I think great.
I think it was.
Yeah,
it was
great. Yeah. I think next
I
up.
think it's,
yeah.
it's sorry, yeah,
No, go on.
specifically the arena that you played it in.
Yeah, very cool.
Just
Yeah.
Phenomenal. The crystals.
All the crystals, yeah, very
sick,
cool.
sick.
Cool Vitarov.
Cool.
Sick.
Oh.
Sick fight, sick siege. The fact that you would have different groups of people leveling it up as well, like the mechanics of the fight. Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It was one of the
I did love
first
it. Though.
iterations of it.
Yeah.
I like the fact that like the weapons became that at one point just
Yeah, just every any
Yeah.
any
Mhm.
any jar weapon you could get was
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great, honestly.
But I mean,
I think
I
maybe
think-
good or great actually.
Yeah, I think my issue with that small grievance. My issue with them being meta was that you could only get them for a limited amount of time.
Mhm.
when the
Yeah.
siege came about.
When the first
Yeah.
came about, yeah.
I think that would maybe bring it down to good, because I feel like as much as the whole like staging for it was
Yeah.
pretty great.
Oh.
What you guys have mentioned, about the way like the weapons became meta, it was very limited like time
Yeah.
frames to
Yeah,
actually
was
get
time
it,
crunch, yeah.
and then it was like you had 20 minutes to like up each level.
Yep.
It felt like it was a little bit too limited.
And I also did feel like sometimes if you just had a bad lobby, like you wasted
Yeah,
your time.
people carting constantly. Totally, yeah. Next up, one of my favourite Elder Dragons, Volcana.
I like Volcano.
What kind of was
I
I
thought-
like the way they did. I like the way they got the sounds. I watched the video that Monster Hunter
Yeah.
made for the sounds.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
They actually got ice and breaking ice and stuff
Yeah.
like that from sound effects.
And
Yeah.
that's sick.
Like
So
big
cool.
slabs of ice and everything.
That
Just
was cool.
sledgehammer.
That's so
brilliant.
cool.
And it's it's the same as Nabel. It's one of the monsters that the world made that was just completely different.
Yeah, and it felt like it was a
Nice.
unique fight.
Yeah.
And honestly, its tail attacks actually felt
Oh, the
threatening.
spike ones
It,
were so
it was
cool.
nothing compared to Rathian Rathal's. Oh, I do two like tail spins. This thing was like, I'm going to impale you and you are going to die.
Yeah.
Like that's how it felt. I think Godlike.
I think
Personally.
it was phenomenal.
I genuinely brilliant.
I like Volcano.
Yeah, Godlike. Who do we feel? Godlike or great?
Why not?
Yeah, I think so. Namiel as
I-
well.
Another monster, I think, just well designed.
Another
It's
well-
just,
For me, God tier.
Yeah.
it's
Honestly,
just a
truly.
Yeah.
Out of all of like the whole world, it's one of the best designed
Yeah.
monsters
Mhm.
because it just looks brilliant.
It's so
Yeah.
it's so
Especially when it gets angered and it becomes
Yes.
bioluminescent. It's just
Yeah, it's
so
so
pretty.
pretty.
It really is, yeah. I wish the armor looked a bit more aesthetically pleasing. I think it does look good, don't get me wrong, but I think like, there's something else that needs to be like.
Yeah, but I'm purely talking
Done
about
for
the
a
monster.
fact. Like, talking about the
best,
monster, yeah.
sort of design. Like, for
Yeah.
me, it's one of the best. It's probably the best designed monster.
It's not the best fight.
Yeah,
No, I'm not saying
Not the best fight.
Design,
But
the
design
monster
is
design.
Yeah.
It's like
I think God tier. Yeah,
God
yeah,
tier.
I agree.
Let's go.
I think this next one's probably the same. A Safi Jiva.
I like that.
I feel
But
like
it's the same group. It's the same thing as Cool Taroff in the sense of you
It's
could
like
get the
a group
weapons
thing.
from it, but
It was
you had to
limited, yeah.
upgrade your weapons
Yeah.
by fighting it.
by
getting
fighting them more.
cards,
Yeah, yeah.
Or getting the
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
type thing
The
you
ore
got from
stuff.
it.
I think this would have been pushed into Godlike and God tier if it was like a consistent thing you could fight.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was so limited, I think that pulls it down. a bit. The fight itself, the monster itself, it was a dragon that you were fighting, and it felt like you were fighting a dragon. So I think great.
Yeah.
Honestly, there we are. Put it
Absolutely,
right next to
absolutely.
its baby. There we are. Next, Behemoth.
I like
The
what they did with
crossover,
Behemoth. I like what the
event.
crossover they did.
Great, really well done. I enjoyed it.
They turned that crossover was done very well in the sense of it was showing Monster Hunter players. This is how you raid.
Yeah.
This is basically an introduction to raiding mechanics in normal MMOs, and you all need to look at this, work out, put stuff to the other side of the map so you can fight the thing on this side of the map.
Yeah.
The
so
way.
like-
Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was gonna say like when I think about like the crossovers that they did, like the Witcher crossover, as cool as it was, it doesn't rank as competitively as the Behemoth. And I think for me, as an MMO player, it was like this is it.
The way they did the damage numbers and the damage, they had the damage moves come up as well.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah,
Genuinely
that's
brilliant. I think
like
I could say I would happily say godlike for this. Purely the way that
We really
Yeah.
put in up Final Fantasy.
the fight was, the monster.
So
I think it was more the integration as well.
I think don't get me wrong. I think it was
Or
the way that they did that very well, like
Yeah.
for what it was.
It was.
other games need to take notes from crossover events
They
because this
They
was
did
brilliant.
that
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah, I'd say
I mean,
great
there's like
or godlike.
let's not lie. There's a lot of trash crossover events. The Monster
Absolutely. Yeah.
That was one of the
But
best.
That was
yeah,
one of the best.
so where do we think?
One of the best.
I think it was
You think
godlike.
godlike? Yep. Let's go. And then next up,
Extreme took it to a different level, by the way.
Eh,
Just so you know.
What?
Extreme Behemoth took it to a complete different level.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare.
and this is the Hypnocatrus.
Can't remember fighting it.
I
Where's
don't
it from?
remember this as well.
Is it from Frontier?
eh,
I'm pretty sure that's from Frontier. If it is, I've never won because I never played Frontier.
this was
It looks like Frontier.
That is a Frontier monster.
yeah.
I believe.
Eh,
Just click on one. Click on the
Yeah,
wiki and
click
it'll
on
tell
the
you.
wiki, yeah.
See the ones on the wiki,
This
so
one.
it'll tell you where it's from.
yeah, I'll go to this. It is
Here's that. It's in Freedom Unite.
oh, Freedom Unite. There you go.
Yeah, wait, let me see.
I cannot remember fighting that Freedom Unite.
Great Forest and Jungle. Oh, there's a silver one as well.
The
I'm not
silver
gonna
ones
lie.
are Frontier.
As a monster, that one looks pretty cool.
The
It
silver
looks cool.
ones specifically.
It looks kind of dope. Yeah,
What's
I can't really remember
The
much.
silver one's Frontier.
Yeah.
And the normal one is.
Apparently,
But I can't remember fighting it.
Nice.
I never,
Yeah, I'm gonna put
put it
Never
Never Fought because I
Yeah.
can't remember fighting it.
Next up,
They need to bring Kurapeko back. I love Kurapeko.
Kurapeko was great. I loved it. The fact that
I could call the monsters into hell.
the fact that I could call in a devil jewel, that terrified me. The fact that you're sitting there fighting it and it jumps away, and then it's like you hear the roar of the devil jewel and you're like, oh shit, there's one here, and then you're like, oh no wait, it just called it in. And the fact that you have to like it can heal itself. Next one's coming up. I cannot remember fighting any of these. But these are the Celtas. The Celtas, the desert, the Celtis Queen,
Yep.
the Desert Celtis Queen.
Yep.
All four of these. I do not remember fighting any of these.
I do.
They were Freedom
at all.
Unite.
They weren't Freedom Unite.
The Celtics in that one.
And then there's the.
No.
Then there's
Well,
the gear.
I thought
drum in the
Celtis
middle.
was 4. Celtis and the Queen were 4.
I thought the Celtics. Oh, maybe you're right.
One second, I'll double check.
That was cool. Do you think? Yeah, I cannot remember any of these honestly.
So I mean, no. But no, they were really cool. Oh no, wait, it would have been 4.
It was 4.
Yeah, because the Celtis Queen,
Celtis Queen.
the Celtis
Monster
Queen
of 4.
brought the Celtis onto it,
Yes.
and then you have to fight that again.
The Celtis is drawn basically.
Yeah, the Celtics is drawn. Yeah. Phenomenal. Like, I think they were great.
Yeah, it's both Monster Hunter 4. So yes.
I thought the Celtics was not bad. I thought the Celtics Queen was good.
Yeah. Okay.
It showed like the sort of bug life type.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. It
Normal,
did the insect
insect.
thing.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Cool.
Yep.
Gear drum. I think also not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah,
Just not bad. Yeah.
the frozen piece of shit.
Yeah. With that, this
What is that?
is the after the gear dome is the Atal Ka.
Oh, that's that's the Manus.
Yep.
I forgot it was that coloration.
Yeah.
It basically built the neck for itself.
Yeah.
It's real cool.
I genuinely think this is a truly unique
Yes,
fight.
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's truly unique. It's
Echo for the Dragon Age.
Yeah.
As well.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's great.
I think the arena you fight it in, the fact that it builds something bigger around itself,
Yeah.
genuinely brilliant. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's a real cool one.
Next up is the Nerskilla and the Shrouded Nerskilla. I don't remember fighting these, honestly.
The skill was okay.
Yeah, it was
I
okay.
I think it was okay. Yeah, not bad. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
good.
not bad. Good. And then yeah, I'll put the Shrouded one in there too. And now Cephadrome.
Trash.
See this whole like next 6, just fuck them off.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I don't like
even-
Piscean Wyvern, especially the Levicio.
I hate.
Trash.
No. I think Cephadrome was fine.
Actually,
Oh,
that's
you
a
think?
lie.
So not bad.
Cephadrome's
Cephadrome
not
was cool.
okay, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Cephadrome
not
was
too
okay.
bad. And nor is the ice one from Iceborne.
Beatitudes.
Beatus. I actually didn't
Okay,
mind
not
fighting.
bad.
I will
Yeah,
look
but
at that.
And then Plesioth, Green Bit, Plesioth.
They can fuck them. I didn't like fighting that.
Beotodus was fine.
So trash for the
Yeah, trash
Plesioth.
place.
Yeah, trash myself.
Good place, yeah.
That should just be deleted. It's a
What was
frontier.
that?
Levicio.
Levicio.
I don't like the Levicio at all.
Yeah, I thought the Dryatodus was pretty cool.
You did?
Yeah, kind of like the whole mud thing it had going on. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah.
What do you think? You think trash? Not bad?
Well, if
I
you like
put it
it,
not bad for you.
I say it's
I
good.
think it
Remember,
was okay,
majority
not bad.
majority wins here because both think it's not bad. I go for it. Well,
Yeah,
Levicio-
I'm happy with that.
I just thought the whole
Levicio was just
like mud platforms it did and stuff like that. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a
Yeah.
little bit unique.
See.
The rest of them, fuck them.
Also, you know what upsets me more? Levicio was from beer. It's not even an original monster.
yeah.
Yep. So this
Upsets
is
me more.
the Diamo Hermitar.
Yeah, it was a cool crowded boy when it
Cool.
first came out.
Yep.
It was cool to see it in Rise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Good.
You can go with it if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well,
I think
I
it
would
was
say it's not,
not
bad.
bad,
to
It's
be
not
honest.
bad or good. Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lovely. Gendrome.
Gendron.
I think not bad.
Yeah,
That's
he's
fair.
alright. He is alright.
Stabby boy. The Stonefist Hermitar. Then we've got Plum Diamo Hermitar. And then
The other ones are not harmful. Just
Yeah.
so you know.
oh yeah, no, yes, the,
Just in case
the,
you.
the Shogun Rush Razor, and then the Terra Shogun Senator.
The Rush Razor one is so cool. The concept of it is amazing.
Yeah, so we've got the Stonefist Hermitar.
I cannot really remember fighting it.
Neither can I.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was not bad.
You thought it was not bad?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll stick it not bad. Yeah, lovely. The Plum Diamo
I
Hermitar.
definitely did not fight that.
Yeah, don't
No,
remember this.
no,
No.
no, no.
Okay, there we are. Shogun Centaur.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
not
was,
bad.
Alright,
Not bad. Good.
it was, yeah, it was not bad.
It's not bad. It's really cool. And then a Rust Razor.
Rush Razor's cool. I like Rush Razor.
Rust Razor. Yeah,
Just
yeah.
because of
Yeah.
like the way it sharpens his blades and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's Rust only the way it is because it sharpens his blades
Yeah.
that much. and it
Okay.
needs to keep them sharp.
You think good? You think
Yeah.
good? Great. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then we've got Terra Shogun Centaur.
I cannot remember. I don't think I ever fought it, actually.
It was pretty good. Yeah, cool. Then we've got the Shengorin.
That was the other siege.
Yeah.
Giant crabby boy.
Yeah, I think purely from this, we put this at where Lao Shalong is.
Yeah.
Oh,
And good.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
again, yeah,
It's
it
an
was,
intro. It's an intro to some of the siege.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have Froggy Boys, Tetsu Capra.
I like the Tetsu Capra.
I liked it as
They were
well.
actually quite cool.
I thought they were pretty cool. Yeah. All three of them, honestly, I thought were pretty dope.
yeah.
I'd happily put them in great. honestly.
yeah,
Great or good.
Yeah. just the name Tetsukaba is just so on the
That
nose.
immediately in great. Yeah, there we go. Bang.
I just I will say this. I want baby Tetsukaba.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
it's
fair.
probably cool.
It would be.
Eh,
I don't even. I don't know if you can get it stories.
Yeah.
If you think you can get it stories,
You
too,
should. Yeah, definitely.
You'll be playing.
That will be.
that.
Yeah.
You're goddamn right.
There we are. Zamtrios.
Sanchez.
That was a sharky boy.
Sharky
yeah.
boy, yeah.
That inflated itself in the room.
Nah,
Yeah.
go fuck himself. No, it was
Not bad.
It was
I think it was not bad. Yeah, okay.
It was
We are Iodrome. Same.
weirdly
bad.
got here.
Tiger Strike Zamtrios.
He's just
I think
ignoring
same
it,
again.
yeah.
Not bad. Yeah. Kongalala.
Kongalala.
Kongalo was okay initially, and then it's
It just farts in you so you can't hear.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not bad. I think. Or good. Not bad. What do
I
you
think
think
this tier list is far too oversaturated.
I think so.
Personally.
It's so hard. It's so hard to.
Track what's going
Yeah.
on. Yes, I'm aware. Don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing the tier list.
No,
I'm just
no.
saying it's very saturated.
No, it's fine. There's a lot going on.
It just really makes you think like this is all the useless shit that's in your brain.
Yep.
Not bad, I would say.
You think not bad?
Yeah.
So you put everything in trash.
No, same with the Emerald one. Yeah, I think Blanconga and the Copper
It's basically just
Blanconga.
a snow version, isn't it? Apart from it doesn't.
No,
if I remember
had
correctly,
this
it
on
doesn't
I had
farm
this
you.
on like Ice Breath kind of thing.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
What do you think?
It
Good,
was
not
a
bad.
It was sometimes.
Meh.
Don't compare them.
Not
It
bad.
was meant to me, so.
Rajang and Furious Rajang.
Rajang.
An angry
Good.
monkey and an even angrier monkey.
Rajang's good.
Rajang's good. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Furious Rajang.
I'd say great.
Yeah. You'd say great.
I'd say higher.
I think it was pretty great as well. Honestly, yeah. It
Maybe.
did add
Super
a lot
Saiyan
to it.
monkey.
Quite literally.
I want to put it godlike.
Super Saiyan monkey.
Because literally godlike
Yeah.
for me, but
Yeah.
no,
Fango can full fuck us up. Or Goldrum can full fuck us up.
Bildrum.
Bildrum, god tier. Truly.
Just for nostalgia purposes.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? I mean, we've got fucking Dodogama there anyway, so.
We also have
Just-
Nami Ellen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
How
fine.
dare
Just
you put
kills
him
means
there?
nothing, okay? Dodogama.
Then we've got Kenchiwacha and then the Ash Kenchiwacha.
Do you remember fighting
I
Kenchiwacha?
do remember.
Considering
fighting
it's
him.
Samurai.
So it is big.
Wait, is that
Oh, I know.
Extended.
It's not Kenchiwacha, I'm thinking of something else.
No, Kencho.
Extendable claws.
Kenchiwacha's a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, is that Rise? That's sick.
No, no,
thought it was-
Kenchiwacha.
Pretty good. It's pretty alright.
Yeah,
That
it's
was
cool.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, it's not bad.
Anyway.
It's cutting a lot of this bit out, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Some of the trash monsters just cut it out.
I'm
This
gonna-
is-
Don't worry. There we are.
just because I was saturated. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. No.
no.
Gammoth. And
A
the
lot of people hate the Gamma.
Elder
A
Frost.
lot of people hated it, but I thought it was
I
really
don't
good.
think it was that bad either.
Yeah.
I honestly thought the Gamma was actually.
I mean, he was just a really
It was
big
just a
target
big
to hit.
elephant, yeah.
Yeah. What are you
It
thinking?
was
Good.
big mammoth.
Yeah, he was cool. Yeah.
Elder Frost as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
I think good as well. Great Jaggy.
It's again, it's just an intro
God
monster.
tier.
It's going to not bad.
Okay.
That's where it's going.
So isn't it democracy? of
There we
Marvel?
are. I think with that, do you guys want to like keep going or just end it here?
No, we need to put the Bracky in this. I want the Bracky.
Right. Okay.
And to be fair, the Lagacres probably.
Okay. We'll just start firing through. Azyros, and then there's Red Helm.
It's
Azyros.
just there.
It's just a bear. Not bad. I think. Lagombe as well.
Good.
Yeah, good.
Again, you can always just cut this bit out. We can discuss this.
Oh, no, I know
Just
that,
always
yeah,
just cut it out.
Yeah, I think Lagombe, Snowbaron, Lagombe. Yeah, good. All right. Volvidon.
Yep. No, it's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah. Ludroth, Royal and Purple.
Royal and purple go good and great. I mean, I
Good
think
and
the
great.
purple was really good.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Good and great. Yeah.
Fuck the Nibble Snarf.
This is the Gobble.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
you
the
you
gold-
didn't put Nibble Snarf in there.
I know
actually.
Nibble Snarf isn't in here.
Oh,
no.
God.
Yeah, you're right.
Fuck the Gobble, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gobble's trash.
I
Gobble's
didn't like-
trash. Yeah.
I thought it was
Oh,
okay.
That's good, that's good,
My
that's
God,
good.
damn.
You like a Gobble, don't you?
I like the concept of the Gobble.
I like the concept of the Gobble. Its fight is trash.
Let's
because
meet in the
what-
middle. Let's meet in the middle. What we do, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I
I'm
think-
fine with not bad. I can accept.
Lagacres.
Lagacres, if
Great.
you're...
Great, godlike.
No. Abyssal was the Godlike.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, like great.
God tier. Abyssal was the God tier or Godlike.
I think
Normal
Lagacres
one,
itself
great.
is great.
Yeah.
Ivory, I think, is good.
Yeah,
I think
I think
Ivory's
so.
not as.
Yeah.
Rogue. There you go.
Wow.
Abyssal. I think Abyssal's God tier. Let me scroll up, please. Godlike or God tier
Yeah.
for this. It's the fight. I mean, for me, it holds that.
I just like the design of
It's
it.
instantly in godlike.
The sort of,
I'm cool with that.
the sort of black
Yeah.
colour and the neon blue.
Mhm.
It's quite just a cool fight.
Yeah.
And then the cyan blue neon.
Yeah,
style is
totally.
just quite cool.
Yeah. Agnactor. Glacial Agnactor.
One's ice and one's fire. That's basically the difference.
Yep.
So
I think-
whichever one we put them in, they are the same. They are the same.
Yeah.
Not bad. They're good.
They're
What
not
we
bad.
think?
They're probably good.
They're probably
I
good.
don't think they were. I don't think they were bad. I don't think they were.
No.
I think they were
Yeah.
better than fucking some of the monsters. I think not bad. So that's why I put it in games.
yeah, I think so. Mitsune.
Sorry, I love this.
Mitsune's
It's
very,
such
very
a
cool.
and
nice.
then Soul Seer Mitsune as well.
Soul Seer is So cool.
Yeah.
I think Mitsune goes great.
Yep.
Associator goes godlike.
You know
Godlike.
how Soulseer is. You know what Soulseer is like.
Yeah.
As in why it's called Soulseer.
I don't know why.
It's,
The cycle.
no, it's basically so Soulseer is blind, right? And
Oh.
it only can see when it hits you with a bubble. That's why it's called Soulseer. Because when it hits you with a bubble, it can see.
That's cool.
That's why it glows.
That's
That's
cool.
why its eye glows
Yeah.
and sort of radius
Yeah.
when you get hit by it.
Yeah.
It's such a good fight though.
And it's just cool. I love it.
Narjarala, which I have a quick look for.
Do you not remember that? This
No,
this is the one
yeah.
I've been struggling to pronounce all the whole time.
Oh, yep, that's
It's
it.
the snake.
Yeah,
It's quite cool.
yeah,
I like
I
that.
think it's wrap up mechanic and put you in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
great.
what I'm thinking, yeah.
yeah. I think great.
It's quite cool. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah. We'll go with great, and then the title one as well.
I
Great.
can't actually remember fighting the title
Yeah.
one, so
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. No, I kind of similar, but I think it's pretty great too. Baroth and Jade Baroth.
I think it was Jade, but it's blue.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
It's
was
like-
always confused by
Wait
that.
a second, you
They're
know.
good. They're good.
Yeah, I think they're. Yeah, I think
They're
pretty
okay,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. Great Baggy, another not bad.
They're not all ready to come on.
And then we've got Uragan, Crystal Beard Uragan, and then Steel Uragan. I think they were all good.
I think
They're all just
or-
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the crystal one was better.
Yeah, Crystal Beard. Yeah, I mean we could go not bad and then good.
Yeah.
I think not bad and then
I think the mechanic of it rolling and how quick it went and stuff, that was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
It was sick.
Devil Joe.
I want to say it's trash.
So basically, yeah, this is one of the ones you keep in.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to say it's trash.
Devil Joe. Yeah, you want to say trash?
by sheer
Just anger.
trauma.
Yeah, trauma and anger.
But it's fucking great.
It
Yeah,
is
it's a good-
great. It is. Everyone loves the pickle. There's obviously the
Giant pickle.
conspiracy theory that it eats its own tail, as well, which has never been proven.
Why-
People
what's-
think it's been proven, but it's not.
What's the theory of it eating its own tail?
The theory of it eating its own
Oh,
tail,
so like a
it's
rubber.
it's a part of a like lore that it even eats its own tail, but no one's actually seen it do it. It's a piece of like text lore
Okay.
with the Devil Joe, but
Oh.
no one's ever seen it happen. There is videos of it apparently happening, but if you look close enough at the videos, there's always a piece of like drugged meat or something like that that is like under its own tail when it cuts it
Oh.
off. So that stuff has been disproven for it. I think it's got like, personally, from the trauma as well.
I think the Devil Joe goes great.
You think it goes great, yeah?
Savage Devil Joe goes godlike.
And Savage goes godlike.
Also,
okay.
Savage Devil Joe's cannibal. That's the word savage. See, because he didn't have much dragon. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah,
If I'm remembering my
like-
lore correctly.
Yeah,
that's
and
what it is.
it's just
Mhm.
fucking insane.
Yeah. Another one of the Fated Four, Glavenus.
Sick.
Glavenus,
Acidic.
Hellblade, and Acidic. Glavenus. I think
Hellblade is mental.
Yes.
Hellblade
I
is
love
nuts.
Hellblade. Hellblade
Eh,
is so cool.
I put Glavenus itself.
That's
I
good.
put Glavenus itself a great.
Yeah. Great, yeah.
It's blade
Yeah.
attack. Oh,
I think
Acidic
Ac-
didn't really blow me away.
Yeah, I think
Not gonna
Acidic's
lie.
just good. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
I'm
Hellblade is fucking mental.
yeah, it's insane.
Do we
Love
think
it.
great or godlike?
God.
Godlike?
Sure.
Yeah, godlike. Yeah, cool. Durambros and Rusty Durambros.
I missed you.
I miss it too. I think it's a
That
goofy
was-
guy.
That was quite a unique
Yeah, I'm
concept
not
for a
gonna-
monster.
I'm not
Just
gonna-
spinning around.
Yeah.
Like using its
I
tail to
think
launch
pretty
itself.
great, honestly. What do we
Did you
think?
not like
Great,
it?
good. No, you didn't like it. You think good?
Good as well.
You think good's fine? Okay, I'll put them in good. I'll put them in good for you.
That was
Oh, that's Savage Eva. Whoops.
that was a
Oh,
How
savage.
dare you
Whoopsie.
do that to the Sappy?
I know. How dare I? There we are. There we are. Next up is Great.
Oh, that's a
Great
cookie bar.
Macau.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's cool.
was,
Yeah,
it
it's
was,
alright,
I think it was
I know
Not bad.
again it was one of those intro type monsters.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it's not bad. Yeah.
I love the Bracky.
Brachydios and Raging
I
Brachydios.
soloed Raging Brachydios in World.
I love these monsters. I think they're great.
You did not like those monsters.
No, I didn't. I hated them with
Because
a
I forced
passion.
you to hunt them with me. Because
I
I was
think-
wanting his armor.
But
I think the mechanic that it introduced was
Slime
cool.
mechanic.
yeah, which started off as slime, but then evolved into blast.
Yes.
Because blast them.
I think it's I think
I think the initial version of it was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Raging
You can pick up
Brachydios.
a Ferrari if you want.
I think both of them great.
I never bought the Raging.
Raging
You
is
think
nuts.
Bracky's a pain?
Yeah,
Raging's
Raging's
just 10 times worse.
Was
To the
that
point,
World?
saying World.
Yes.
See the one in World. Traps you in one part of the arena at one point. You
Oh,
cannot escape that part of the
okay.
arena unless you die. It's brilliant. Or like you in the Farcaster.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's really cool.
And then Anjanath and Falcon Anjanath.
Angie.
The subspecies of Angie, I think, was really cool. I think
Yeah.
changing the element of it, I thought it was pretty cool. It was one of the subspecies I actually kind of enjoyed.
Yeah.
Don't
Um,
get me wrong, it's not like I didn't enjoy some of the subspecies. I just didn't think it was.
Like phenomenal.
I
Too
think
much
it was
additive to
yeah,
it. Yeah, like
and Iceborne, I thought there was just too many. Instead of having
Yes.
unique monsters, it was just.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
It's just adapting
100%
monsters.
agree,
That's
yeah.
not the thing.
So what do we think? I think Angie goes in great, personally. I thought it was a cool fight. Not quite pickle, but
I mean,
it was there.
Angie
See,
was
I
alright.
thought Brachydios was better than Angie, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's my version.
I'll hold Angie in good, happily. Fulgur as well, also good.
Yeah,
Not bad.
that's the same.
Yeah.
I feel good about
Yeah.
that.
I think it's purely in good because the stuff that's in not bad, it's just better than.
Yeah.
Rattledown.
Radaban.
Radoband's kind of the same.
It's kind of the same as Uragan. Yeah, I think not bad.
I think if we put Uragan,
Yeah.
if we put Uragan down there, it would be
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. Bambaro,
Bambaro?
I think it's fucking dope.
Honestly,
Honestly,
that was one of the more unique
the fact that
from
it
Rise.
charges and picks up a tree.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that, yeah,
it's,
it's picking up environment to fight.
Yeah.
yeah,
pretty
I
cool.
think that's pretty cool. I think it goes either good or great.
I think
honestly.
it's good.
You think it's good? Yeah. Fire it in good. Yeah. Xenogar.
I like Xenogar.
I like Xenogar as well.
Everyone,
Phenomenal.
has a high opinion of Xenogar.
Everyone does.
I think it's alright.
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's.
not saying I don't think it's amazing.
Yeah.
No.
There's monsters that are better than it, but it's, I
I
wouldn't
think
say
it's
it's
cool.
bad.
I think it's cool.
I would put it in good, personally.
Thunderlord, was
Thunderlord,
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
It was
I
a
would,
nightmare to fight. Yeah.
I'd also put it in good.
Um,
I think Stygian takes it a wee
Stygian.
bit further.
Yeah.
It was dragon.
I think it goes to
I
great.
think Stygian is a better fight.
The colours as well, the way the
Yeah.
fight goes.
Red,
Yep.
red and white.
Red and white, yeah. Great Jagras,
That's
the
a
first
monster
big
again.
monster. I think not bad.
And Kula might as well be an intro monster as well.
Kuliyaku
Trash.
as well.
Yuka's trash.
I think that, yeah. And that's it. That's our own Monster Hunter tier list. Are we happy with it? I think so.
Yeah, nice one. We should. It does feel weird only having 3 things in Godlight. Or
Or
God tier,
God tier.
sorry.
Yeah. Is there any switches you would want to make at all? Any personal opinions?
His opinion does not matter. Because he's going to try and get Double Gamma out of God tier.
You are, yeah.
And it's their basically control to you mostly as well. 'Cause that's
Apparently,
such a-
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why the meme with Dodogama ended up being there.
Yeah.
Honestly, looking through this, I'm pretty happy with it. I
Yeah.
think, yeah, a lot of great stuff here. The godlike stuff, I think, deserves its
Look,
place.
Yeah, I mean, I maybe. I don't know. No, I think Godlight. I think the Godlight. That's fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like one that would be bumped up the God here, but
Yeah, I don't think I could justify. I think if I could move something from godlike to god tier, I think Frostfang Barioth has a good foundation for it. I think Volcana as well.
Yeah.
The Abyssal Lagiacrus as well. I think they're just phenomenal. Like Jen Moran as well, just for the scale of the fight as well. Even the little nuanced things that they had, like having the Ballista Binder, having the Gong,
Yep.
timing the Dragonator. Yeah.
I do. I just think like
Jen was very mechanically, especially on the boat. was more
Yeah, and
mechanical.
timing stuff as well, and you can actually check the status of the ship as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think if we move the one, we would need to move the other as well because they're both so similar.
I think
But-
I would put Stygian in Godlight.
You put Stygian and Godlike,
Yeah,
Stygian's an
now
ogre.
that I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
I actually agree. I think I agree.
Sure.
Yeah. I think happy
Yeah,
with that. I
that's
think
fine.
everything that's there, deserves it. I feel like moving Bracky is up as well.
Yeah,
Purely because
yeah.
it introduced something totally new.
Yeah.
And being slime.
Yeah,
Um,
Bracky's cool.
Yeah. Thoughts on that?
I love Brachy.
Yeah.
So you can do whatever.
Bracky's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
As
think
long as it doesn't go down the way, I don't care.
Yep,
I,
I
like bracket.
All right, that's it. He's trash.
yep couldn't justify it.
No.
Like moving it down. Anyway, I think with everything else is
Yeah, I like it.
it's
I like it.
grand.
What's
Honestly.
that?
There's like some pedantic moves up and down in the lower tiers. But
Yeah.
other than that,
Yeah, I think so. Thank you for listening in on our first ever episode of Questlog. Feel free to give us a follow, subscribe, and like across our platforms. We're very new here, so we're only on Spotify and on YouTube at Questlog. And feel free to drop us an email as well at quest.log@outlook.com for any feedback, any ideas as well for future episodes. Thanks again. Until next time.